Welcome aboard, Jim Norton, Sam Roberts.
The SS Fun.
That's right. We have one more week till we're done.
For the year.
Until, yeah. Yeah, one more week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
I'm okay with it. Not that I want it to be done, but I'm okay. Like, it is life, it's what happens. But it would have been nice if they would have just come and said, hey, we're not going to...
Well, there's no actual communication one way or the other.
Yeah, like that's like... Come
like
on, you could just come and say, hey, look, we just don't have it in the budget. It's just not meant to be. Sorry, Jim. Like, I'm cool with that.
I mean, but they haven't even said that. What if they were like, hey, we got a year extension if you want it? You know, we've been dealing with all this other stuff. They've been in the news and everything.
What do you mean?
Serious.
For
bigger company issues.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe they're like, oh, yeah, we didn't even get to it. You want a year? We'll figure it out in the next year.
Certain things would have to... Little tweaks would have to be made.
Exclusivity stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way I'm not. There's no way.
That makes sense to me.
And yeah, but I do enjoy the show a lot. I mean, we fuck with complain, but I love doing it.
Sure.
But the reality is, I'm not going to not podcast at all. I don't want to not podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's silly not to.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's that. I think that they're just that companies are weird, man. Whenever they're done with you, they just kind of go, all right, and they just kind of back out the door. They especially in radio or any type of audio medium, it's never like, hey, it was a great time, your final week, say goodbye to everybody. They never do that. They're always just like, they wipe it down. It's not personal. I don't take it personally.
Right.
They don't hate me. It's just, I get it.
But there isn't a confrontation avoidance.
Yeah, and they also don't want you on the air blathering about what you're going to do next.
That's true, except you have already, like, figured it out, kind of, right?
Well, I mean, anybody in our business knows when you're not doing this. I feel bad for... I mean, starting a podcast at this point is very late in the game.
It's the future.
I mean, but it still doesn't matter. It's still a thing. But look, here's what I wanted to get to because I've...
You told me before, you said you want to be the next Travis Kelce's sister. You said, if I could be the Kelce sister, that's what I envision for myself.
I heard she's taking over Rogan's spot.
She's better than Rogan.
Yeah.
It's official. People don't realize, by the way, that like those podcast rankings, new listeners
always
are weighted. Yeah. Like, and I mean weighted. Like, that's why even, you know, if you release your podcast once a week, obviously the day it comes out, you're going to have a bigger podcast than the fifth day after it comes out. But new listeners are weighted, I mean, immensely over people that have listened before, which means if it's your first week and you have a big launch, you're shooting right up the charts. And then by week 3,
it balances out.
Yeah, it corrects itself as in market
It's a course
terms.
correction, but everybody thinks I got the #1 podcast.
And then they post it.
#1 in comedy.
Hey, man, we just had an idea. We're just starting something. Week 1, we're the #1 podcast. Who would have thought? And it's like if you can be in that ranking system in a year, that would be the accomplishment. Yeah. Not showing up in the top 50. Week 1. Yeah,
it's you're not going to. People don't always look at that. They get very excited about
very excited,
and I understand it. You're on the iTunes chart, and it does look good, and it is visibility, and it's great. But you got to be realistic about this stuff. You have to be.
Understand the science behind how. Behind why you're there. Kylie Kelce dethrones Joe Rogan on podcast charts as her debut episode hits #1.
I mean, it's crazy to think.
Do you think Joe's panicking?
I bet you that Joe right now is kicking his fucking shit in his studio over and demanding answers.
What do we have to do? What do we have to change?
You ever see Rogan throw a sidekick? I bet he threw that at Jamie and blamed him. What the fuck's going on here?
Jamie, what did you do?
God damn it. I mean, what place would write dethrones Joe Rogan? Like, what? I mean, it's obviously just clickbait, but who would actually write that and go, here, this is good?
It's all clickbait, and then on the fan... They were losing their minds over it.
It's also beyond clickbait. There are a lot of people out there who have been programmed by left-wing media to hate Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because he's Joe Rogan. So they're kind of reveling in this made-up thing.
Yeah, it's not real.
You're right. And it's twofold, right? One side, they're like throwing their ticker tape parade because, this is the enemy. And then on the other end, when they're targeting right-wing people that are not thinking, they know that they'll get mad. They'll get mad if the news comes out that the Kelsey sister has dethroned their leader.
It's quite a stew.
Right. So you've got that. Those are your two audiences that you're trying to get with that headline.
You're stupid if you think this. Like anybody who actually thinks, I mean, that's the only answer for it. You're stupid. You're a stupid person if you think that somebody whose first podcast does well, which a lot of them do, and especially with the Travis and what is Jason, the other Kelsey?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that's the podcast is going to
Kelsey family
get promoted. Yeah, they're doing great. People love them.
They love the podcast. I mean, the brother is the goat, is goated on the Chiefs, and it's like Taylor Swift's sister-in-law basically at this point.
Yeah, of course. But to think that for anyone to actually think like, yeah, it looks like, I mean but that's how stupid people are. When it comes to podcasting, even after all these years, they think that somebody shooting up the charts with their first or second episode means that Rogan has been I mean, just the dumbness of engaging that.
Right. Well, nobody ever goes, and this is not just for podcasts. This goes for pretty much all of this stuff. Nobody ever stops to ask, what are the charts based on? They read the headline and they go, what? Nobody ever goes, wait, what is the chart actually based on?
I know somebody who was fooled by it.
Who was fooled?
I don't want
Who? I can't imagine there was somebody that we know that would have been fooled by that headline. I mean, you kind of realize.
Guys, great news. He's been knocked off his perch.
Oh, McClure. I can't believe you fell for it. Knocked off his perch.
Yeah, but just the idea that anybody would think that I bet people really are fucking dumb. I mean, they're really dumb, especially when they're ideologically or agenda minded, like when they want it to be true so badly.
And it's more than ever. People being agenda
driven. The whole
planet,
stupid. 4 billion shitheads.
Yeah. I mean, but it's also, it's so hard for people like us who are talking every day about the hot topics, or what the news has become, which is hot topic reporting.
Yeah.
It's difficult when they see like, okay, we could just tell the truth and report this as the nothing burger that it actually is.
Yeah.
Or we could do a bunch of hoopla and get people talking more and more across, like all the outlets are like, well, let's go for the hoopla.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, what it is everyone is now, like, everyone's their own radio station. Mm-hmm. Everyone's got a voice. Everyone's broadcast. So it's kind of hard to get, how do I get people to focus on me? How do I get people to notice me? I mean, it's smart in a way. Like, no one is going to pay attention to anything I say. So maybe if I say something outrageous, or they'll focus on me for a second.
Yeah.
It's like literally a fire drill, and there's the whole country is like looking for the exits, and we're all trying to communicate something, and no one is, and there's a few people are listening to.
Right.
That's it.
Is this them talking about it on WFAN or wherever?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a perfect story for them. Because Kelsey, sports.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rogan's for boys. Boys love WFAN. Am I right, Mike? You're a boy.
We do love WFAN.
So, okay. So.
240 on the fan. I miss Beningo.
He's
there
still on once in a while, yeah. Saturday afternoons.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Okay. He should be overnight.
Every night?
I used to listen to him. I'm telling you, my fucking car, I had a self-driving Tesla before they existed. It knew to go right to the meatpacking district, a certain amount of blocks left, a certain amount of blocks right. And I listen to him and Art Bell.
When your phone tracks you and they're like, oh, this must be your work. We can give you directions to your work. You go here every day.
I appreciate the call, Andy. I didn't even. I
when
saw
somebody comes offering, $5-10 million to do a podcast. Guess what?
Well, sure. I mean,
money changes things.
I saw Al's tweet, and I honestly wasn't even going to bring it up because I thought it was so ridiculous that Spotify would actually say that. I mean, there's just no way. Like, if you were to put up, like, here's a way to kind of tell. Like, Al, do you think that YouTube is pretty accurate with their
I think
stuff?
it's the best we got.
Yeah, so if you look at any of the Joe Rogan YouTube numbers, and compare that to whatever the Kelseys are doing?
Or anybody's doing.
Come on. Kylie Kelsey has a more listened to podcast than Joe Rogan? I mean, Joe Rogan essentially influenced the election in some way.
Yeah. Not in some way, in a big way.
Okay, but still, in a way. And Kylie I didn't even know she had a podcast.
You could actually say that the Joe Rogan, RFK, Elon Musk,
I just can't.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm feeling the same way.
I literally can't hear. I can't listen to it.
I can't either.
I like Boomer. I just can't.
It's that the way they're speaking. You know, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Am I right?
I mean, it's all stuff that I know. Like, I just don't want to.
No, me neither.
Hearing people reiterate what you already know is just not, at this point in life, compelling.
No, it really isn't.
I know Joe's a bigger podcast. Like, I just.
But then even in the article, it was like, they said she got like 650,000 listeners or something like that on her first episode, which is huge. She's doing great.
It's great.
But, yeah, I think then they said Rogan had like however many million he typically gets on his. There's no confusion as to what's going on. It's just the way the new listeners are weighted. It becomes a story. It's good for a headline.
And she'll probably do very well. Because also her demo it's the kind of the call her daddy demo. It's a different demo than
younger
he's looking
women.
for anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was the sell, right? Like, imagine, as popular as the Kelsey brothers are, what if we had a voice like that for women?
Of course.
We got a Lady Kelsey over here.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where she'll probably do very well. If it's a decent podcast, I'm sure she'll do great.
Yeah, it's like when Gronk was like, we do a reality show with all the Gronks. What's better than one Gronk? More Gronks. There's more Gronks? I'll listen to all of them.
Yeah. I don't find that.
69.
Yeah, it's not my.
Oh, okay.
I did like him on the roast. I thought he was very genuine and funny. Like, he's a likable guy.
When you realized that he was not reading his teleprompter anymore, he actually became very engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like the guy, but I just, that whole, this guy. Look at, there he is.
Yeah.
Look, this is all nonsense.
Go ahead.
There was a very stupid thing said by a senator in New Jersey, I guess, that Iran was launching drones.
Well, from the mothership.
From the mothership. With no...
Which I thought was in Austin, but he said it's right off the eastern seaboard.
And apparently nobody would have noticed an Iranian ship, because they're known for their navy.
I didn't know it was there.
I mean, just the idea...
They bought it from China.
This idiot thinks that a foreign country can sneak a drone launching ship into our waters, and right off the coast of New Jersey, and we won't notice it.
Well, Paris Faulkner believed him.
I don't know who Paris Faulkner is.
I believe that's her name, that was interviewing him on the Fox News.
Well, as Pentagon denies flying objects are coming from Iran or any other foreign entity or adversary. When he said Iran, there was a part of me for a moment, like, hey, because we did kill that Iranian general a couple years ago, and they swore revenge.
Yeah.
It was with a drone strike. So I'm like, maybe they did figure out a way to launch from in the country. They have some people here who have drones, but they're not doing. They wouldn't launch drones and then let everybody just look at them for a month.
He seemed very convincing.
You launch and kill.
Listen, Iran is trying to collect data from New Jersey and Staten Island.
I mean, but
and of course it was on Fox News, and they said President Trump has a home in New Jersey. Oh, it's like, what?
Well, I mean,
when they check out D.C., that's where he's going to be.
Yeah, they wouldn't look for his place in Bedminster.
Yeah, he spend most of his time in Mar-a-Lago these days. It's December. Why would he be in Jersey?
And they're not going to launch drones and have them hovering for weeks where everyone can, and then go back to the ship. What a fucking dope this guy is.
We said he didn't know where they landed, but he said they should be shot down.
But again, there are some of them that are planes that are mistaken, or helicopters, so you're shooting down.
Just in case. Just in case.
What a boob. What a fucking boob.
I don't know. He sounded convincing to me.
He wanted to say something powerful in front of the cameras.
I registered for a firearm just in case they come to Westchester. They're not being in my sky.
What a fool.
I'll shoot him right out. I hear what he's saying.
Good for you.
Shoot him right out of the sky. Am I right?
Absolutely.
You can do that in Manhattan, I think, where you are.
Should I shoot a gun up in Manhattan?
I think
he can. If you shoot at drones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Get a gun today.
He said, all right.
I already got one.
Good.
Yeah. I made it from a 3D printer.
Smart.
Having insurance issues. Yeah, this guy, what a stupid asshole. Like,
I don't know.
The Iranian mothership off of the fucking coast?
Look how shiny
Shut up.
I mean, come on. Look how shiny his tie is. This is a professional guy. He's got a smart haircut. I believe him.
He looks like Roger Stone wants to look.
That's right. That's right. Roger Stone had his hair plugs designed to look like him.
I don't think he has hair plugs.
You don't think so?
No. Absolutely not.
And they're the old school hair plugs, too, where they look like Barbie doll hair. Yeah.
Where there's a guy like you ever see a guy with a giant in the sidewalk? Yeah, that's how they're put in. Let's hear this.
He was on Fox News yesterday. I think Paris Faulkner is her name.
Oh, good.
You know, and she was getting to the bottom of stuff with him.
In focus now, Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey, member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Hill right now.
It's a tough word.
How do you address this at this point?
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. You know, I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee.
Great.
And I've gotten to know people.
Or maybe it's Harris.
And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources. I'm going to tell you the real deal.
Yes!
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the East Coast of the
Pause
United
for a second, dude. We got to take all this in. I thought we were just going to get some more tomfoolery, shenanigans. We're getting the real deal, man.
I mean, and the video that they're showing clearly just looks like a fucking
Iranian
helicopter or something in the distance. It's just flashing the way these things do.
Bro.
And Iranian, by the way, they would not be launching them with lights on them. I mean, the
What is it with
stupidity.
doing the lights? They need lights.
For what?
It's the holidays.
They don't need to be seen.
Better to be seen than heard.
Some cases. There's big tits involved.
No, I think he said specifically, it's the real deal. Okay? Like,
I'm going to tell you what's going on. Yeah.
Right. And if he hadn't said that. No, I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you. When somebody's repeating that over and over again, you can tell it's the real deal.
Jeff Van Drew. Has finally got his moment on Fox, and he's going for it.
When you go to a car dealership, and the first thing they tell you is, "Look, my boss isn't going to hear this, but I'm going to give you the real price. I'm going to give you the real price, and this is the real price." You can be guaranteed.
That is nice that they do that,
and you might as well stop negotiating at that point. Negotiating,
yeah, negotiating.
Is that what you guys are doing right now?
Yeah, negotiating.
Big leg drop.
Yeah, I mean, my agent was the Luigi
Mangione.
Mangione.
Oh, I wish he was my agent.
He's like, look, we have one plan if this doesn't work out.
Yes, we haven't heard from them. Luigi, go have a conversation.
No, I think he said it's the real deal multiple times before he said it. When he said, okay, I'm dumb. I don't understand how these motherships work. He said they launched a mothership.
Yeah.
Does that mean it is a boat in the water right off the East Coast that's launching motherships? Or is it like I picture like a big Flight of the Navigator spaceship that is just hovering, that is launching drones from Iran?
He's implying that there is a boat in the water off the coast, the East Coast, that some people in the know have said they're launching drones, thinking, of course, that they wouldn't be picked up on radar, drones being launched with lights on them and then zipping in, and nobody would know that it was the Iranian boat.
So
this
how
guy's
come
a fucking idiot?
How come all the TikTokers got every drone, they got it, but nobody ever posted a TikTok of the big boat right off the East Coast?
I guess it was
there's a lot of fishermen and stuff like that.
Maybe it doesn't have the lights on, or maybe it's a submarine.
That would be funny if they were like, no lights on the boat. We don't want to get caught. What about the drones? Yeah. Lights all over the drones. Red, green, whatever you got.
It's really, I mean, they'll figure out what they are. What the ones that aren't mistakes or actually regular just flying aircraft.
Bro, there's a lot of real drones.
There are a lot of things, and the fact that all these people of note are and I say of note, in public life, are taking notice of it, and the Pentagon's denying. Yeah, one landed on her lip, and the Pentagon has to make statements. Yeah, it's something. Yeah. I just don't know what. But I know. I wish it was alien. I mean, I truly wish it was.
I think it's Iranian. We got the real deal here. Do you want to hear the rest of the real deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
States of America They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and
the military
is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home. Also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen.
Well, right there, when she just did, she realized when he said that, she's like, oh my God, this is gonna be big news. Like, I can tie in Iran with Trump, with danger to the president, with war. Like, it was just, she right now is taking, you ever see in Close Encounters when Dreyfus, like, fucking builds that big thing in his lip? Like, that's what she's doing. Like, she just sees, she all of a sudden understands how to make this, and she's just glopping all this shit together in the living room.
Let's examine the gravity of what you just said by adding so much more to it.
The Iranian ship, Chinese, he's probably right. They probably have purchased technology from China about how to launch from ship. Great. And if there was a couple of these rogue things picked up on radar, I'd go, maybe that's what it is. But the fact that they're all glowing, what is Iran doing? First of all, you use satellites if you want to look. If you want to spy, you use satellites. You don't use drones that are blinking red and green that everybody's looking up. Like, what the fuck is that?
Unless you want to create a panic.
Nah, if you're gonna, that's not a good enough panic. You use bombs to create panic. You don't use drones that are just blinking.
But that's an act of war.
And if you're gonna kill somebody, well, they want to. If they're gonna assassinate somebody, or if you're gonna kill people with drones, you do it immediately. You don't let them look at them for a month.
I think you give him about 6 weeks notice.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, everything he's saying is stupid. Everything he's saying is stupid.
Or you're preparing people for the alien invasion. Wink, wink.
That's, I think, a good point, and I laugh because it's true, right? Do you think, could Iran be preparing? Could he be right? And Iran is preparing us for an alien invasion that they know about.
I don't know if it's Iran. I don't know who. I mean,
but could be? Could it be?
I mean,
could it?
Somebody's trying to send a signal of something.
Good point. And they're using lights to do it.
The lights are what gets me.
And some of them are helicopters and planes.
Some of them are, yeah.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, no. There's too many for them to all be yelling. But you can't shoot up in the air because you hit a helicopter and you fucking, you know.
He was really dog whistling, kind of saying without saying, you should shoot up in the air. Like, this was a very irresponsible thing for him to say on television.
Of course, because there are small aircraft. There are so many things that belong up there.
And whether they're drones or not, you can't just, regular people can't just be shooting guns in the air.
No.
You can't do it.
No.
You can't.
I mean, it was I don't know how high. Have they said how high they are? They have to be picking them up on radar. Like,
they're very low. Everybody says they're much lower than airplanes.
Much lower than planes.
It's a show to get low.
Yeah, that's why people are able to see how big they are.
SUVs?
Yeah.
But none of them are at night. I'm sorry, none of them are during the day.
I haven't seen any during the day.
None have been seen during the day.
I haven't seen any reports during the day.
Yeah, it's weird.
So the Pentagon came out and said he's right. It's Iran.
No, they did the opposite.
Oh, all right. I don't follow everything.
Not a fun. But again,
they said, "What the fuck?"
How do they know? By the way, he told us if it was our own government, they would let us know.
They would tell us because they tell us everything.
They wouldn't hide anything.
It's
crazy.
It's not our own government because they would already told us.
And if you think that they would hide anything, you're a fucking idiot
and a crazy person.
You're loco.
Loco.
They work for
en la
us.
cabeza.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was the government.
We're their boss.
test running something, or again, I think sometimes they'll use technology and just not tell people they're doing it. But the fact that it did interfere with like a medevac helicopter and it's near airspace, it's just too weird.
How do they know what it's not if they don't know what it is?
Because if they probably can figure. They have enough radar and enough knowledge of what's going on around the country where they can go, like any Iranian ship, no, there's nothing off the coast. We would have seen it. They have enough of a line of defense. There's nothing off the coast for X amount of miles, and we would have seen something coming. You know what I mean? They track everything.
But if they know that much, how do they not have any idea what it is?
Well, if you smell something in the room, like something burning, you might not know exactly where it's coming from, but you can process elimination and realize what it's not.
Not in this room.
Well, it's not the stove.
That's true.
It ain't
We know
this.
exactly where it's coming from. In this room.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bad example, guys. Let me use a better example. If you smell like a potpourri. But you know what I mean? Process of elimination. They know it ain't Iran. You don't have to know what it is to know what it's not. Trust me, I've said that before. You ain't got to know what it is to know what it ain't, you know.
He said it's... Pentagon denies flying objects are coming from Iran or any other foreign entity or adversary.
Yeah, they know. I mean,
but then again, any other foreign entity. Now, does
That's
that mean...
That's a lot to know what it's not without being able to say what it is.
Does that
mean... And if it was them, if it was us, we would know.
Does it mean any foreign entity or adversary? I mean, now, foreign adversary could be a nation. No other foreign entity could also be, this is not alien in nature.
That's what foreign entity means it's not from any other country or aliens.
No, I don't know if that means aliens.
Foreign entity would be an alien.
I know, but they could just mean foreign entity like any other nation, because they're not all enemies. Because they say or adversary. It's not any other foreign entity or adversary.
Or.
I don't know why they put, if that's right, if they think it's a natural thing that people are misreading. I don't know. Do they think it's a mass hysteria? Because that shit does happen. Where people just panic.
They can't say it's not aliens. Because then people would be like, that means it's aliens. You said aliens.
Any other foreign entity. By foreign, they could just mean any other country or adversary. Like, it's not... I don't know. I don't know if that covers aliens or not.
We have a call from Jersey coming in who may have some expertise. Mike Iconelli is on the phone.
Oh, hey, Mike.
What's going on, guys?
Hi, Mike.
Now, Mike, what do you do for a living?
I am a famous fisherman from New Jersey.
Okay, that's. And what do you think about these drones, Mike?
I think I know exactly where they're coming from.
Where?
There's this man, Jim Norton, and he seemed to have a problem with me back in a 2019 Halloween contest. He voted me off. I think he planned this drone thing. He made a bunch of these drones, and they all have fish finders on them. So he's going over these lakes to try to find these fish, these 12-pound bass I was catching, so he could catch them before me. I find it disrespectful. I know one of my heroes and one of Jim's heroes, Jeff the Fireman, Master of Fish, would not approve of this, but that is where they're coming from Jim Norton.
What did I miss? I just got back.
No. Mike Iconelli thinks you did it.
Well, he might be right.
Is this the real Mike Iconelli? I'm starting to get suspicious.
Mike?
This is the real Mike Iconelli. Yep.
You have any other questions for anybody?
I mean, it's not a bad theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask Mike a question?
Sure.
Yeah, Travis. Travis has a question for
Our
you.
producer, Travis. Just so you know.
Travis.
Mike, do you call it pork roll or Taylor ham?
Don't do that.
I'm not going to comment on the subject at the moment.
Too controversial?
But, yeah, too controversial.
All right, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
No problemo.
Let's go to Chris in New Mexico. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I see them all over Los Angeles, too, flying around, you know. I'm a truck driver, so I'm from Los Angeles, but like I go there to deliver every once in a while, and they're over there too, and no one gives a fuck, man. I don't know why New Jersey's all freaking out about it.
Especially Mike Iaconelli.
Yeah.
Famous fisherman.
Yeah. But do you think the news is trying to distract us from something else that's going on that we just, you know what I mean?
No, because these reports are coming from people.
Thank you, Chris.
And
oh yeah, the TikToks.
Kramer in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, most people are seeing these. It's not just the news.
No, that's right. What's up, Kramer?
Oh, I hope you're doing your Laugh Factory set.
Hey, boys, I just wanted to see if you guys are live today, or is this the same show been on repeat for the last 7 fucking days about the drones?
Kramer, we can't help it. Yeah.
Stop talking about the drones.
Stop talking about them, Johns.
I mean, Jesus Christ, can we at least go back to Jim's dog for another 6 hours, boys?
Look, Kramer, there's only so many things in the world. And this is, I for the first time in my life, have a dog, so I'm going to talk about it a little. And I also, this is a big story. I mean, the Pentagon is denying that these things are anything. What would you prefer that we focus on, Kramer?
You're right, Jimmy. Listen, man, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit abrasive today. I find it absolutely fascinating how a guy in his mid-50s doesn't know how to take care of a 2-pound dog.
Look, I don't.
It's really awesome.
I mean, I don't.
I mean, these drones, it's every fucking day for hours.
Kramer, number one, it's not for hours. And number two, there are unidentified drones flying over multiple states regularly. And it's a topic worth covering.
And senators are talking about it, and the Pentagon has to deny what it is. The FBI has been commenting. It's not just, hey, some kid is flying a kite and it got stuck in a tree.
I mean, I'm sure there's another radio station covering the penguins.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. What do you think?
Here's the thing, boys.
Well, yeah, what would you rather hear about?
Yeah.
I'm a loyal subscriber, so every day I get to hear about drones from Stern, then drones from you guys, then drones from Bennington, then drones from the bonfire. Then
bonfire.
I get it.
Total smoke show.
Rogan's about the drones now. Holy fuck, boys.
These stupid drones.
I understand, but you can't be mad at us because Howard's been listening to what we're talking about and deciding to take our topics of conversation.
Yeah, everybody knows there's a mole. There's a mole here at our operation that's leaking our prep to Howard.
Montone is always over. Travis is sending fucking Gary the drones. Hot topic.
I need a job after you guys get the fucking boot.
That's a good point. That's actually well played. Kramer, maybe like you're listening to too many shows every single day.
Yeah,
like,
maybe you are. Yeah,
there's bound to be some overlap. Maybe you put on a little
music.
Bonfire.
Put on a little music. Put on a little sports radio. Put on listen to an album.
You know, you guys are right, but maybe that's why your stock price is crashing, because you're telling your listeners not to listen. I have Spotify, and it's $10 a month. Sirius is $350 a fucking year.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't argue. I like Spotify. But no, when you listen to a bunch of shows, right? We're on in the morning, so we're just kind of talking about what we talk about. We don't know what other shows are doing, but it's understandable if you're listening all day. Of course, Bennington's going to cover it because he's looking at it, and so is Bobby and Jay.
But the idea of having multiple shows is they all have different takes.
They have different takes on it, but it is a big story here. But don't worry, we'll move on to something else.
No, we're not. We're not going to have a Kramer go like,
no,
listen to all the shows.
No, but I'm wrapping it up. I mean, I guess I'm a better actor than I think.
Boys, at the end of the day, I love you guys.
Thank you,
I do listen to 15 hours of radio a day.
Yes.
I mean, it's
too much,
absolutely
dude.
ridiculous because I'm in a truck and I work 100 hours a week, and I'm not exaggerating. I do love you guys. I hope you stick around.
Bro,
but,
we will.
Bro, you can save yourself $120 a year, cancel your Spotify, and just turn on the Boneyard every now and then.
Yeah, or I can think of a way to save $350.
Listen to some tunes.
Put a coffee house. Relax a little bit.
Put on a coffee house. Put on the coffee house. John Mayer's doing a great radio channel now. Okay. Yeah.
I'd rather jump off the fucking Highland Park Bridge down here in Pittsburgh and listen to John fucking Banks.
John.
You're out of your mind.
No,
It's got absolute trash music on here. Everything sucks on Sirius besides Turbo when they don't play Linkin Park. They're good.
So
and
listen,
then
when they don't play Linkin Park.
The Heart Attack or whatever, Liquid Metal's pretty good too.
All right, so listen to Turbo and Liquid Metal. You're the man, Kramer.
Thanks, Kramer.
I'm glad I could make you boys laugh. Have a great holiday.
Talk to you later.
Churro.
Yeah.
I would never know where he was from.
Yeah, Spotify. In the boneyard. Yep, he is from Pittsburgh.
He is very much deep in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, back to the drones. Drones. These drones.
Drones. You're droning on about the drones. Corey in Rockland.
Yes. Every time.
Hey, guys, good morning. What I don't understand is how come none of these other Jersey hobbyists have put their drones up to go look at the drones that are flying over?
That's a great question.
I would be ready with my drone and be like, shit, there it goes, up.
Especially since they all have cameras on it, you'd think we would have drone footage of the drones.
Of the drones, or at least something from that height catching those lights. You're right. Yeah, why hasn't... hey, pussy hobbyists, what are you doing?
Can you imagine, though, it would drive Kramer from Pittsburgh insane if we were talking about drone footage of the drones?
Yeah, but with that one fucking Jeff Van Dern, he wants everybody to fucking act like Tony Montana, standing on their roof, fucking firing up at the fucking drones.
Here's what we gotta do. Here's what we gotta do. What? No.
Cannonballs! Fucking idiots.
You just start chaos and mass hysteria.
Just get drones and put them up and get pictures of these drones or
I saw a
video.
guy, I don't know if it's...
Drone the drones.
There was a guy that said he tried that, and it went up, and then it somehow drained his drone battery.
Somebody else is saying that when you try to capture them, that they disappear again.
Aliens, then.
I don't buy it because there's so much video. There's so much video.
From the ground.
From the ground, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not trying to hide themselves.
Unless they are. The only real explanation is that the government is, of course, lying, and that they are being used
You sound crazy.
as some sort of observing. Maybe they have to have those lights because they are, you know what I mean? They have to be visible to other aircraft. So maybe those lights, they have to because they can't have a plane crashing into one.
Or they would have to be searching for something, right? There's no way they're just surveillance because they got all our phones. They don't need drones in random cities.
No, but they could be testing something like.
That's true.
With these, are you able to use these in crowd control situations? How much can you see? And they might be navigating something and trying to do it in a highly populated area, and those lights on it might be simply because they can't chance having one up there that a small aircraft hits.
You hate those lights.
But they tell a lot. They tell a lot because when you're truly trying to stay invisible, you don't have lights on it. They caught Bin Laden with drones. But I mean, they weren't blinking and flashing because they were meant to be
Yeah, they're not
undercover.
secret drones.
No. So I don't know what...
Again, interesting. And the fact that they're the size of SUVs is...
They say that, but I still... again, until one is looked at...
What do you mean? Everybody's looking at them.
I mean, a close-up. I don't trust anybody's size.
Oh.
There's been women who have thought I had a very small penis. But I'm like, it's because your perspective is not right.
You're halfway across the room. You could never tell that for sure.
No, I mean, you're laying on my lap with tweezers. Fucking high school joke.
Still works.
Got
That
a
was
little
still
penis.
good. I think, I'm wondering if we'll ever actually get an answer or if the drones will just at some point disappear.
Stop happening.
And the holidays will come and we'll all forget about
Remember
it.
the Jersey drones?
No. What was that
Come
again?
at us. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, somebody will do something. I mean, somebody will send up a drone. I mean, you have to at this point.
It's funny. Doug in Hoboken.
Hey.
Hey, how funny would it be? Typical Troy. He's been waiting his entire life for aliens. They're going to expose themselves, and you guys aren't going to have a radio show for him to talk about it with anybody.
Wouldn't it be great? Yeah, the day, like right after our last show. They're like, as a matter of fact, it turns out it was aliens. It was aliens, and they were trying to prepare us for an incoming invasion. And Troy's like, I told you guys.
Your dumbass predicted this a year ago.
Troy's going to be on his knees just screaming at Mr. Toots under a sofa.
I told them.
They didn't listen to me, and the cat's going
to... Travis, do we have the Quanstra dumbass official prediction? Of course. Because I do want to see if there is potential before the year's end of any of them coming true. Because so far, has not been great. Okay, just to bring everybody back up to speed, this was for 2024. He said end of October, mask mandates on airplanes.
Didn't happen.
That didn't happen. December 1st, discouraging
By the way,
public
that's
events.
October 2023.
This was 2023.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Okay, October 2023, mask mandates on plane. That didn't happen. December 1st, 2023, discouraging public events. That didn't happen.
No, only my shows.
That's right.
Okay.
January, February of this year, work from home.
No.
That did not happen. April 1st, mandatory vaccines to return to work. That didn't happen. If anything, there's been a push to get more people in the office.
Yes.
November, mail-in ballots. That did not happen.
No.
Trump will not become president.
That was wrong.
Did not happen. Kamala will be president. That did not happen. As a matter of fact, Trump won in a landslide.
Yeah, he really did. He won every swing state.
Yes, he did. Okay, but
sometime in 2024.
Sometime we have about 3 weeks left. Sometime in 2024, a new disease or an alien invasion.
This could be it.
And I do feel like if we get the alien invasion within the next 3 weeks, it really will cancel out all
Of course
those
it
ones
will.
we got wrong.
Although 2030, he did say 3 to 4 pandemics or turbo cancers.
Turbo
cancers.
Yeah, which that one's tough.
We don't know
because
yet.
We don't know yet, but we're getting close. It's going to be 2025. We would need to be. Yeah, but we'd need to be hit with a pandemic that's really bad.
1.25 pandemics a year.
Yeah.
Well, there's Disease X. I read about that.
Yeah, and what's his name? Peter Hotez was just...
Who's Peter Hotez?
Peter Hotez.
He's saying on January 21st that there's going to be a bunch of new ones.
Boom.
New what?
New diseases.
Who's Peter Hotez?
Peter Hotez.
He's that crazy lunatic-looking guy that's always on MSNBC.
Oh, I don't know.
He is, but...
Said big stuff coming down the pike starting January 21st.
Boy, are they plummeting.
So you're hoping that we get, like, he's right, and we get a ton of new diseases all at once so you can knock out that 3 to 4 right quick.
Yes, you could be like, oh, I guess Quanster Dumbass really wasn't a dumbass.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the idiot now.
I mean,
exactly. President Harris will tell you.
Yeah, you were way off on the election.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
So far, you've lost all.
Okay.
But the alien
He's batting
invasion,
0.
All it takes is one.
No, that's true.
any alien thing with these would count towards alien invasion. It's not even though it's not an invasion. It
yeah.
would still count.
It would still count, and it would count bigly.
It would count bigly, yeah. But it's we may never get the explanation. If it's a government thing, we may never get it.
Right. And if we never get the explanation,
Then,
he does not get credit for an alien invasion.
No, of course not.
No.
But that whole
And by
thing.
the way, I forgot there is one more prediction.
What?
Early 2030s, R. Kelly will
Yeah.
have a comeback.
The idea of them shutting off or shutting down any drone in the area, that to me makes it sound like a government thing. Like that's something they might have worked on.
Mm-hmm.
How do you shut off other? That's not crazy that they could have figured that out.
Jack in New Jersey. What's up, Jack?
That I did.
A lot.
Maybe it's Chinese.
It's kind of cute. Yeah. Thank you, Jack. It was kind of cute.
It was cute.
It's kind of cute.
That was cute.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but it was cute.
Aliens.
Well, no, I know, but was that from
Mars
Attacks?
Attacks?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Mars Attacks. So,
Well,
yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
I hope we're on the air for it. If it's an alien invasion, I hope it happens in the next week.
Yeah. And before next Friday. I hope it's not a Friday invasion.
No, I hope it's Thursday before 11.
Thursday morning.
Yeah, Thursday morning, because we don't do Fridays.
That's the deadline.
Imagine if it was Thursday at 10:50.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have to stay on the air.
You'd have to, because you got to go to the gym.
I go to the gym. I got more time.
Okay. Well, you could call from your phone.
I mean...
Oh, I got to train.
Yeah, we're kind of done.
But there's an alien invasion. It's the last show of Jim and Sam.
But we're only really contractually obligated
Kinda did
to... Yeah, we did it,
Oh, okay.
If it's
Unless, like the Secret Santa, you want to leave on top.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we're not going to interrupt Secret Santa for this.
Yeah. Hot dog.
Hot dog will be here after.
Oh.
That's going to be huge.
I got something from Cooper. He films my sets at the Cellar, and there's this thing I wanted to post on YouTube. So I'm starting to post on my YouTube just to get.
Well, yeah, I saw. I want to plug on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Homeless Pimp did a really good job.
Great job.
Posted with a little 20-minute segment.
Yes.
Of the show that we had Colin and Voss on.
Very funny.
And yeah. That was a great thing to put up. It was really great.
And I'm not. So I'm trying to get people. I want to get monetized on that. And again, I've neglected that for so many years. I'm trying to just get it moving.
Sure.
So I want to put my special there. I'm probably going to wind up. So I wanted to put up this. There's some clips I have from the Cellar. And Coop sent me this thing, and I'm looking at it, and I'm cutting it up in my iMovie, and I'm exporting it, and it's 1080p.
1080p.
And I'm like,
what
you're shooting these, and I'm like, what do you do? This is a 4K camera.
What, 2003?
So I'm like, why are you shooting, and why are you giving me 1080p? And he goes, I'm like, have they all been 1080p? And he goes, well, yeah, because they were big files. So I just asked Hot Dog, and I go, is it okay to send 1080p? And Hot Dog goes, yeah, send him 1080p.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm
this
like, I don't understand this kid.
I'll tell you what.
But Coop did say, he called me. And he goes, look, it's my fault, meaning himself. He's like, I should have asked you directly. But I'm like, no, why would he tell you 1080p? Who the fuck, what type of mailing it in is 1080p instead of saying, ask Jim what he wants?
He doesn't shoot his own stuff in 1080.
He doesn't give up. He hates me, and I kind of know that.
You think he hates you?
Not hatred, but no, he doesn't like me. He's never liked me.
Just strong dislike.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's 100% certain.
Why does he dislike?
I don't know, but he does.
I will tell you for real, he's never expressed to me.
I understand, but you have to read.
I have not. Wow.
When a guy is,
but why
again,
does he keep working with you then?
He runs down to the Cellar when you ask him.
It's a work thing, and I'm not saying he's not an
And
idiot.
he hopes to see Chris Rock. Let's be honest.
And Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Where's his only? He's got a.
I'm the only connection to the Cellar.
And where's his only location to bring dates?
It's the Cellar.
Singular.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, you might be right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that was just such terrible advice. So now Coop's got to resend me the ones he hasn't deleted. But they're all in 1080p. He sent me. I didn't think to look and think, is this 1080? It didn't occur to me that a rational person would send something in 2024.
What's the max you can upload to YouTube? Like quality?
4K it is. Oh, yeah.
And everybody uses 4K. And people go, well, you can't tell that. Yes, you can. On a big screen, 1080p looks like shit.
Only reason I use 1080 is because the switcher in my studio, that's just how the switcher works.
So would 1080 look okay on YouTube?
Looks fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll look fine.
But
you can't tell the difference.
Especially since most people are watching on their phones anyway.
Okay, yeah.
It looks totally fine.
It will look fine.
But if you have, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, big files or whatever. The files are getting bigger, so send it to me, and when I confirm that I have it, then you delete it. But I was
put it.
Coop is not right. I love him.
No, and that's,
I love him.
But that's not his strong suit.
No, it's not. He's not. He's not a brainiac.
No,
Really?
no, he's.
This is a bit of a surprise.
Listen,
But he did call, and that's
Jim,
why
I'm
I
gonna
like
tell
this
you,
kid. He called and goes, "Look, man, it's my fault, not Hot Dog. I should have asked you." And I was like, "It's fine."
I've spent a lot of time there, which is weird, but that's how they make him in Duxbury. And I apologize to anybody who's listening from Duxbury, but when he said I'm from Massachusetts, there was just something about him that said, probably Duxbury, probably spent a lot of time at the docks.
Yeah.
Probably got high with his friends quite a bit.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
But he's a great guy.
Great guy.
I love him.
Sure, so is Lenny.
That's right.
Great guy.
Lovable.
Now, no one would ever take care of the rabbits like Lenny. Coop could tend the rabbits.
Might squeeze him a little hard.
Yeah. That's only Curly's wife when she screams.
That's right. Do you think Hot Dog has a distaste for you, or do you think that it's just more of a pay no mind, laziness, whatever?
Combination.
But there is a distaste, you think?
Sure. But is it a hatred? No.
Not a hatred.
Not visceral, like I hope I die. No.
But what about the time he was in here and he said in a very weird way, enough that Travis and I were like, and Troy, maybe Mike too, were like, what did you just say? When he said, I love you, Jim. What about when he said that?
When you were leaving.
Remember he said, I love you.
He said, I love you, Jim.
I've said I love you as I was coming with a prostitute.
Right.
Doesn't always mean it.
He's never said he loves any of us.
That should tell you.
He goes,
he worships Sam. He loves Sam.
I know he does.
You ever see?
I think he's in love with Sam.
Here's how he loves Sam. Do you ever see X when he meets Elijah Muhammad and he says, I adored him in the Latin sense of the word, adorare, the way one is in awe of the sun.
You think he views me the way
X viewed Elijah Muhammad when he walked in? You have a glass of water. He sees Sam as a man with wisdom and a man with fortitude and spiritual guidance.
Right. So you're saying that, like, the same way. What was his nickname? Detroit Red?
I believe it was Detroit Red.
You're saying the same way he was Detroit Red,
yes,
and then he met Elijah Muhammad and evolved into Malcolm X. This was simply Cheyenne, but when he met me, he evolved into Hot Dog.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
Yes, he was at one point.
I see.
He was Detroit Red.
Right.
Running around.
Aimlessly.
Yeah, in his zoot suit.
That's right.
Committing crimes, fornicating with white women.
Right. Well, you can't do that.
Watching white men and white women and only being able to get erection under that.
Right. And now that he's met the great
Elijah Muhammad, Sam Roberts.
Right.
Yeah.
He's become Hot Dog.
Yeah, one time you probably don't even remember saying it to him. He probably had a glass of water, it was murky, and you held it up and he said, and if you give clear water, people will choose the water.
You know, I never thought about that, but we did have a conversation similar.
Of course you did. You put ink in the water.
Right.
If you present this to people, they will drink it.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even... Wow, I would have been... Yeah, I guess that would have been impactful.
You convinced them. You said to him, you are going to lead the nation, Hot Dog. You.
Wow. So you think he gave Coop... But the advice that he gave Coop was not out of malice. It was out of laziness.
And a little just who cares?
Who cares?
Like it's literally the way like if you said to Malcolm X, if you were asking about videos for some local community leader with a white wife, that's how he looked at me. Like I'm just a local sellout community leader with a white wife.
I gotcha. Okay.
He will use 1080p. Malcolm, you're 4K. Yeah.
That's true. The cloudy water is your 1080p footage.
It sure is.
I have crystal clear.
That was basically it. He turned on two videos. If you give people 1080p, they will watch it.
You know what?
But if you show 4K,
that makes sense.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
I mean, would Malcolm ever film 1080p for Elijah Muhammad?
No,
of course not.
Never.
But would he for the local sellout community leader with a white wife? Of course he would. That's what I am. I'm a local black community activist with a white wife and X kind of toleration he does really like.
I'm going to hit up Hot Dog and say, we've never had this conversation. Do you view Jim as a local sellout community leader with a white wife?
Yeah, fat white wife.
You know what Hot Dog's going to say? What? Yeah, I mean, you never asked, but yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
Yeah, because Hot Dog is a little radical in his views. Yeah?
Well,
much more radical, you know. Yeah, one time, but he messes up the phrases. Mm-hmm. Like, one time he was talking about, he said, with Kennedy, he said, when the turkeys come home to roost. He's
You're like, okay, Hot Dog. Eric in Texas. What's up, Eric?
Hello, Eric.
Guys, seriously, fuck Hot Dog on the last day, dude. Nobody wants to hear him. He always fucks with Troy with the gives. You know, if you asked him to give you a fucking sponge bath, he would fucking head to toe wipe you down.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear him on our last day.
He wouldn't even have to ask for a sponge bath. Sam would just go, why are you giving me a sponge bath?
Here you go, boss.
Yeah.
Hey, boss.
He just... Yeah, nobody wants to hear him, dude. Like, please don't invite him on the last day.
Eric raises a good point.
Thank you. You think
you're not wrong?
If you said, "Hey, we're not bringing Hot Dog in," I'd be like, "Okay."
It's a Secret Santa that we're doing, except I believe that you got.
I have Hot Dog. Of
Yeah,
course,
you announced that
because this is a rigged for every year. This is
you
rigged.
picked first.
Yeah, but you gave it to me.
You told me to give it to you.
I fucked up.
Sound like two guys arguing after a drunken sexual experience.
You said you picked, so I picked.
I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that.
Because he used that sleight of hand. That's why he's got those wiry fingers. It makes him good at sleight of hand.
What date did we pick? Because I took a picture of my pick, and I'm looking back to see who I chose.
I think it was the day before we left for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so it would be 1 week before Thanksgiving.
So
the Thursday
it would be,
before.
Thursday the 21st.
Oh, the 21st.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. When was this? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, there's the 17th. I must have passed over. Yeah. Okay. Thursday the 21st. That was when I... Nope.
Jim's trying to figure out.
Yeah. I do have
has.
a photo of it.
How many pictures do you have in your phone?
People take pictures.
20-something thousand.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Just scrolling
It's
through.
way too much, honestly. Yeah,
genitals. There it is.
Yes, exactly. Mine, not mine. Let me see.
It hasn't even been a month, though.
Nah, it's
The 21st it was?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on the 19th.
Okay, that's not it yet.
I bet Hot
Got
Dog
it.
hacked his cloud and deleted it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be shocked for a
Or
second.
you just replace them with Polaroids. Yeah.
I figured it was fine for you.
Yeah.
Polaroids is fine
For the boss?
Yeah, he probably did. You think when Coop called him, he's like, for who? Jim? Yeah, 1080p is fine.
He probably said, yeah, keep your hard drives for Sam. The 4K and even the 6K we're working on now.
But that's what it is. I mean, I understand big files and deleting and all that, but if they were like, I mean, if Coop was like, hey, Jim, I got to buy some SSDs to put your files on.
Yeah.
You'd probably be like, yeah, that's fine, right? Like
Yes.
you'd buy a couple hard drives to store large files.
I mean, of course, yes, I would have bought him a hard drive.
It's $200. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, and you put them on there. But he doesn't need to store them forever. I have external hard drives with all my stand-up on it. I have
Sure.
like 3 or 4 extra G drives. I like those G drives.
Yeah,
You know.
sure.
But yeah, it's getting to be a big, you need storage.
Wow. I didn't know this was going on behind the scenes.
Well, I just noticed.
I didn't know you were dealing with this.
You notice these things. Again,
It's fucked up for you.
I mean, I'm a 56-year-old man. You learn to read not always. I'm not always right, but I mean, you learn.
You've been around the block.
I mean, you see things for what they are.
Yeah.
You do.
And people think they're slick.
Or they're not even aware of it.
Uh-huh.
Or they're not even aware of it. But you always say it. Always. I mean,
Yeah.
And he always puts the shitty camera on you.
Every time. Every time.
I mean, that's not.
I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Boop, boop. Oh, got to restart it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to stop the overheating.
Exactly.
And if I don't, I don't. Who cares?
Yeah, I'll just use you in the 2-shot.
Yeah, that's what he says, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Every video
I
is.
just use you in the 2-shot.
Yeah, I'm doing this featuring the boss.
He's going to have a lot of explaining to do when
I
he gets in
understand.
here next week.
He'll be here on the new show, but I'm just letting you know that I read it hot dog.
Yeah, well, he's going to be here on Thursday. Next Thursday. He's going to have a lot of explaining to do now. Now that this has been exposed, he's been exposed for what he is.
Yeah. Lackey.
We're going into the Christmas show hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this was going on.
And he's going to be pissed when I just show up with no gift.
You're not going to give him anything?
I don't think I'm going to get him anything.
That's why.
I'm going to teach him a lesson. He's been so mean every single year. I think this is the year
But he tries to do well, I think.
I don't think he tries. I think while he's
Remember when he
honest-
gave Mike those fake sunglasses and the weird massage gun?
I mean, fake sunglasses.
I think they were not legitimate.
They were in the box.
What was the manufacturer?
Versace.
That's great. Canal Street, right?
Yep.
Versace via Amazon.
No, Macy's.
Oh.
Is Macy's
I believe so.
Versace?
I believe they carry Versace.
They do, yeah.
Of course.
So wait, now with the
High-end
massage
retail.
gun, do you use it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the massage gun's actually very
It is
good.
great, yeah.
It's weird.
Is it one of those Theraguns?
It was.
weird to give to
It's a
another
Theragun. I mean, it's I believe a knockoff version of a Theragun.
Sure, yeah, Theragun. Yeah.
Like Temu, from
Whatever
Temu.
the Chinese have produced, it's probably got a listening device in it. But
Sure.
it is an odd.
But it's hard to hear because the thing is, when the thing's on, it goes like... Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, especially where he puts it.
I was
It's
going to say,
echoing.
All you hear is roids bouncing around.
some of the attachments are a tad
Phallic?
Oh, boy. You think this might be one of those products that is a women's massager?
Oh, the Hitachi one.
Right. I see. I think that's very
Did he ever
possible.
offer to use it on you? Let me show you how to get those glutes.
Let me get the kinks out.
Yeah,
No, I don't know if he ever got drunk enough to make that call.
that's true. You have thighs.
He's usually well on to Sam by that point.
That's true. I go, all right, you want to massage me? Come on over.
I can't wait till you and him have a Philip Seymour Hoffman, Mark Wahlberg moment.
It's just in my driveway.
He's
in an
drunk.
Uber. I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
You want to...
Do you want me to film you?
Yeah. What? Nothing.
He's gonna try to kiss you.
That's what he does sometimes when I'm doing my interviews and he's filming me. I have him hold the boom mic and he just goes...
That scene when he just grabs him and, do you like my car? And just kisses him.
Oh.
What are you, fucking Scotty? Do you want to kiss me? On the mouth.
Poor Scotty. On the mouth.
Especially trying to fuck the hottest porn star with the biggest dick, and you're a 2.
I mean...
It's perfect.
Poor Scotty.
He's crying. I thought he was going to kill himself in the car.
So did I.
That was so perfect.
But then William H. Macy did himself.
Boy, did he. Oh, what a great way to end the party. Fucking shoot your whore wife.
Oh.
The poor unlucky guy she's fucking at the moment.
I mean, having sex with that dude, he walks in and she's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
The way he goes and gets that guy, he just wants to see his wife and celebrate. He just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, no. He's been pushed too far.
One step too far. My wife's got an ass in her cock.
Such a good line.
It's a perfect flub.
It's a flub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of flubs, have you seen the latest? Unfortunately, and I thought he was back on his feet because I've been seeing commercials.
Oh no!
But
Stephen Hawking, no. I backed out.
Okay,
that's a terrible joke. Would have been awful.
Old Mike Lindell is having financial woes.
I'm
once
sorry
more.
to hear that.
Yes, as it turns out, it's being reported that Mike Lindell says that he's cash strapped because MyPillow took a $1.6 million loan from a payday lender. Which I think a payday lender is one of those, like, you get your paycheck before.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those loans are not good business moves. It's only if you're in a
immediate pinch.
you're going to lose half
the
your
mafia
paycheck.
money.
Right. He says he took a $1.6 million loan from a payday lender at 409% interest.
I mean, I've never heard of that.
No, I've never either. I think somewhere in the article it says they expected like daily payments to be made. I've never heard of daily payments having to be made on a loan either.
So I guess a payday loan is typically due on your next payday.
Well, payday is almost totally nuts.
It's a short-term, high-cost loan. Generally $500 or less. Was this one for $500 or less?
For this specific one,
Yeah,
it was $1.6 million.
What can we figure out, or somebody who knows math, what would he have owed if he paid it back quickly? Like, what's the least he could have paid back?
Right, like what's the...
Oh, like when does interest start?
Right, like if you pay... Because that's the deal, right? They go, we'll loan you this money with no interest because you have to pay it back on your next paycheck. So it's like a 2-week thing. But most people can't pay it fully back on their next paycheck because if you don't have any money from this paycheck, odds are you're not going to have extra on the next one.
Very rarely do people have the money coming in immediately that they think they do, or that they claim they do. But I'll bet you even there, I bet you they would never give it to you with zero interest, but I bet you the interest goes up.
Oh, yeah, it's probably, even if it's maybe like the littlest bit of interest.
Does anybody know if it's a 409% interest, 1.6 million? Like, Stephen says the terms are like what? Like, when was he supposed to start paying it back? I don't know anything about this stuff.
Yeah, because this is I think this is the third. Yeah, there it is. This is the third case filed in recent months involving MyPillow and merchant cash advances. This is MyPillow suing the lender, saying that. Like it was an illegal loan. The interest rates are illegally high or something like that.
Maybe
they got duped. He's saying he got duped.
Yeah, him and 18 other corporate entities.
But this is the third time that MyPillow has had to sue over taking a cash advance and getting duped.
So wait, the other companies are suing the same company?
Yes.
Saying that it's crazy? Well, didn't they read the terms of the deal?
That's what I would think.
Lindell, MyPillow, and 18 other corporate entities claim Cobalt Funding Solutions and another company involved in the loan, Streamline Advance, engaged in racketeering by extending a high-interest merchant cash advance, essentially a payday loan for businesses. The lawsuit says Cobalt, Streamline, and 2 men named as defendants took advantage of MyPillow, a cash-strapped business that needed funds quickly. It adds that the September agreement to borrow nearly $1.6 million was stacked against MyPillow and risked ruining the company.
All right, well, that's your. Look, I'm not saying that Cobalt is a good company, but you did it, and you're saying they took advantage. They kicked me while I was down. You went and took the money, and it didn't work out.
And that's probably.
It's like saying Vegas owes me money because I can't gamble right.
Forced you to take the loan.
No one forced you to take the loan, right?
That's probably what they do. They find people who shouldn't be taking these loans and get them to take these loans. It's like shorting a company almost, right?
But you are technically, if you run the company, you're volunteering to take this loan. And if you don't have enough business sense to realize I can't pay back a 400% loan.
Yeah, they're betting on my failure. I'm convinced I'm not going to fail. If you do fail, it's not their fault for betting on your failure. They knew what was inevitable.
And they would have, he would have owed some interest anyway. Like, I want to know the minimum he would have owed if he paid it back properly. Like, say he could pay it back when he was supposed to. What would he have owed on top of the 1%?
It's probably not going to be in this lawsuit because that's probably going to make it seem like this company isn't as unreasonable as they actually are. And this lawsuit is coming from MyPillow's perspective.
But does anybody, like, again, if anybody's listening who's good at this, I just don't know how to figure this stuff out. Like, when does interest start? When and what's the percentage you owe the first? I just don't know.
And is it an annuity? Travis, have you found out if it's an annuity?
Well, yeah, because he needed cash now.
Yeah, it's my money and I want it now. And then the loaner was like, it's not technically your money, but we'll give it to you.
600,000. He's
really out, and his company's defaulted on a $600,000 advance barely a month after borrowing it. About a week later, another company, Shine Capital Group, filed a suit.
Shine Capital?
Oh boy.
I think, yeah.
Oh. Is that a company that can only function if there's another company with a bigger budget involved?
A larger budgeted company.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a company that bets on other companies to screw over the people who need loans.
Yeah.
They just like to watch. Filed a suit saying that MyPillow defaulted on a $2 million deal signed in July. Starting to feel like he's what's that, robbing Paul to pay Peter, or Peter to pay Mary, or whoever it is. Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. He's just, he went down a rabbit hole. He's getting sued. And couldn't shut the fuck up and defamed people, and now he's dealing with this.
He does strike me as somebody who's like, doesn't think about consequences and just goes, if I can just get a little right now, I can get back on my feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
everything's coming up, Lindell.
They borrowed $1.5 million from Cobalt Funding Solutions in September and agreed to make 50 daily payments for a total repayment of $2.2 million.
Daily payments.
The resulting 409% interest rate is many times greater than the maximum interest rate permitted under the applicable state insury laws.
They probably go like, okay, 50 daily payments that are all reasonable that will add up eventually. Can you do, and what's the final thing?
2.2.
So divide that by 50.
And plus 1.6 million to 2.2. That's a 600. Oh, that's the $600,000 difference.
Right, but that's the. That's
that
on
would
the
be daily
good
payments of $44,000.
Okay, so they're saying, like, make your daily payments of $44,000. They're going, we sell enough pillows, we'll give you $44,000. There's probably an interest rate.
If you're late on one day.
If you're late on one day and it compounds.
Yep.
Which he probably skipped many days. And that's why it ends up
there you go.
At 400%.
Yeah.
A daily. Big deal, 44 grand a day. Mike's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
We got that.
We got that. I'll just sell more pillows. And everyone's like, nobody buys pillows from you anymore, bro.
Yeah.
You're kind of a meme.
Yeah.
People don't want meme pillows.
No. $44,000 a day. I mean, come on.
Like, you might buy my pillow as like a gag gift. You know, the broke guy from Fox. but like, you know, I don't think a lot of people are seriously using my pillow for betting anymore.
No, they're not. And I even if they are, like, so I know Fox people love him and they might have a loyalty to him and they might like his product, but you're being bogged down. Nobody can afford to deal with the lawsuits that he's dealing with.
Right.
I mean, he's being sued by companies for a lot of them. People think like that whole Dominion lawsuit. I'm sure that those are still happening.
They're not going away.
They're not going away. Mm-mm. And you're into discovery and deposition, and it's just bleeds you. It's a fucking nightmare.
Couldn't he get the president back on the phone? He was on. I remember Trump called him when he was doing the.
He did.
He was doing his telethon.
This whole thing started from him being called up from the audience that time when Trump pointed at him. Do you remember that? Like, he gave him that taste of prominence, and power and importance, and it literally became this thing that he just chased.
I mean, it's the same story over and over again. Who was that? Icarus with those wax wings that got too close to the sun? Was that Icarus?
I don't remember.
Mike, you hit me with a yes. Icarus.
Yeah,
right?
It was Icarus. I believe referenced by Tony Perkis in Heavyweights.
Tony Perkis did reference Icarus.
Is that what the story of Icarus was? The wax wings?
He got wax wings. He felt real good about it. He felt real confident. He's like, you want to see how high I can fly? They're like, yeah, we want to see it. He's like, I can get a little higher. They're like, I don't know if that's a good idea. He's like, no, I'm going to keep flying. They're like, you better stop. He's like, nope, I'm not like you. I can keep flying.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he flew so high, he's right where the sun is. Except the sun's so hot that it melted his wings. Instead of being happy just flying a little bit where his wax wings would take him, he wanted to go all the way up because he got a taste of it. He got a taste of it.
Taste.
Right. And then his wings melted and he fell from the sky to his demise.
He passed away.
He passed away.
All right,
Rest in peace, by the way, to Icarus.
Yes.
But yeah, you see that every time. Trump gave Mike Lindell some wax wings.
That's right.
And Mike Lindell was like, I'm basically Mark Cuban now. I'm basically the right-wing version of Mark Cuban, except for pillows.
Yeah.
feel like Trump's kind of distanced himself.
And then
I think
that's
Trump
the move.
just loses interest in people too. Like he just, because he's Trump. He's the guy they all want to be next to. And Elon is his guy now.
Right.
Not Mike Lindell.
No. That's the move. Trump's like, at first, nobody's supporting him. He's like, this guy's supporting me. He's got money from these pillows. Okay, we can do this. And then he's like, yeah, he's kind of a goof. He did the same thing to Giuliani.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's kind of a goof now. You know what? Let me hang out with Elon and the Speaker of the House, and we're gonna win Kid Rock, and we're gonna roll up to UFC.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody fucking with my clique. You think they listen to Click, that song?
I don't know. Maybe I feel like just Kid Rock is just on a
That's a good
constant
point.
loop.
Play All Summer Long again. Bobby, eat another burger. I don't want to eat another burger. Bobby, eat the burger.
Is this the Trump clip?
Yeah.
When Trump called in, that was a good one.
This was Mike Lindell's telethon that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Breaking news here with a guest.
Hello?
Hello, yes, I have Mr. Trump on standby. Are you ready?
Yes.
He believes this.
Go ahead, sir. Hello, everyone.
We have the president here, our real president, everyone. Hello, Mr. President.
MacronShow.com, bitches.
He recoiled.
Okay, all right. I
Sorry,
guess that wasn't. I guess that was. You see what they're doing? They're attacking us. They're attacking us, and this is what. That even came up. They're attacking into our phones. It came up that it was a legitimate number. A legitimate. I know the number's coming from.
He literally recoiled, and he's leaning over a speakerphone. Like, what rank amateur?
No!
He physically recoiled.
It's one of the best clips ever.
I mean, he jumps back like he just can't believe. He's ready for this big moment.
He said, you know what the worst part is? He says, the president, the real president.
Hello, Mr. President.
Mike in New York.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
All right.
Mike.
So listen.
Welcome aboard.
Merchant cash advances work is they're typically all done on electronic signatures so that the company isn't really paying attention to what the terms are. They're not reading through the contract with their lawyers. They're getting sold on the idea that we're going to get you some money this week, and the next week when all your invoices come in, you'll pay us back.
Yep.
The critical part is that they also force the companies to authorize electronic withdrawals from their bank account, given the routing number in the accounts. And then when your weekly payment hits, but is declined for insufficient funds because you don't have your invoices back in, that triggers another level of default penalties and interest on top of what you're already doing.
Wow.
So it compounds even exponentially from there. And they're trying to do everything they can to structure it so they don't fit under traditional loans so they can charge usurious interest rates.
They are vultures, but I mean, again, as a company,
the business.
It's a company. You should know better. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
You should know better.
You know what they are.
You know what they. When you go to a loan shark, when the guy has a baseball bat and he's handing you cash, you don't wonder what happens if I don't pay this. You know the deal.
Right. Look, Meadows' friend's dad, he was warned about the poker game.
He tried not to, This ain't Terminator 2, buddy.
No.
You ain't got metal hands.
There's mud on the car. I told you not to go off-roading.
Yeah.
I'm taking away the car.
I'm going to sell it.
Meadow gets in the car, and her classmates' trinkets are still on the rearview mirror.
Is this his...
Why? What do you want? What do you want?
He made a wager.
Tony is so upset.
But he is right. The man made a wager. He's a grown man.
He is, but
And he
also
lost.
Meadow does not want
of course
her
not.
classmate's car that her dad lost in a mafia poker game.
No. The father really, Tony tried to keep him away. He tried to. He really tried.
It's like if a shark said, listen, don't get in the water. Don't swim here.
I'm going to eat you. I don't want to. I like you. He liked him.
Yeah. Don't swim in this water. It's like the scorpion and the frog story, except the scorpion going, do not carry me. I'm going to sting us both.
Yeah.
Don't carry me across this lake.
You knew what I was when you picked me up?
Right. And the frog was like, you know what? I'm going to carry you. I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sting you halfway through. No. I'm doing it. And then boom. They're both drowned.
You knew what I was.
You knew what I was.
It's the way it is with relationships.
How so, bro?
You know what they are.
Right. Oh, yeah. Brother said something.
Brother said something, man. I've been stung before.
Oh, never again.
Oh, no, I'll be stung again.
You will be stung
sure.
again. Oh, yeah.
Many times.
Oh, I bet you will. Get that little stinger out.
Woke up and petted the little fella today. I was so happy.
Isn't it great?
2.7 pounds.
Isn't it great?
Just petting.
Does he get excited when you... I'm sorry, do they get excited when you get home?
Well, yeah, it runs down the hall.
It's the best.
Hopefully. We took him for his first walk yesterday.
Outside?
Yeah.
Hell
The first walk. Did okay. Had to bring a few treats.
Sure. It's a baby.
Didn't go to the bathroom outside, but still walked around the block, was shivering because it was cold.
Yeah. Save the nice bathroom treats for your hallway.
For the rug. Yeah,
For
the rug. Like a great place to distribute a log.
It's nice and fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wipe him still?
Every time.
Wow.
We gave him a bath yesterday after he came in, but he's getting better with the bath. He hated the shower water, like the little hose thing, but now when you put him in the bath, he loves it.
How often are you giving him a bath?
Every few days. It's just kind of
Wow.
because he smells nice and a little dog shampoo.
Yeah.
And then we cuddle him. And
that's a lot. But,
No, I know.
But, there's nothing wrong with it.
Nah.
Especially if you get him used to it and he likes it.
He gets very cuddly. Like when you wrap him in a little towel, he doesn't struggle. He just kind of lets you hold him in a towel. It's very cute.
Come on.
It's very, very cute.
Look at the warmth that's in your life right now.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
The warmth, the love. Probably makes you feel better when you have such disloyalty around you from people like Hot Dog.
Well, I mean,
At least one dog in your life loves you.
That is a great point.
Not lying to you.
I mean, look at this. Look at this little face after he gets his towel. I mean, come on.
Oh, come on.
I mean, is there a cuter thing than a 2.7 pound dog?
I couldn't think of one right now, and I'm racking my brain.
Yeah, please.
Oh, my.
I mean, I pet his little stomach.
And he's happy to see you guys.
Yeah, he's very happy.
That's Mama and
Much happier to see her.
That's okay.
Follows her around all day.
I mean, listen, you have to get used to that. Usually, dogs are one thing. That's how humans are, too.
Yeah.
Babies,
Sure.
they love, Mom is the food supply. Mom is there with the cuddles. Mom is there at night.
Mom's the sap who gives treats.
So, yeah.
By the way,
do you know what it's like think about that, but with a human being. I created this human being. I'm providing a life. I pick him up. He'll give me 15 seconds before he just starts looking around the room and looking at my wife with this panic look on his face like, I need to go back to you. I need you.
If my dog
My
was
dog.
my dog, your dog,
I'm dead.
Yes, I'm dead. I passed away. I was old. CNN. If my dog was a camera operator, she would have the good one on her, and I would get the one that was shutting off.
It's a story of your life, isn't it?
Sure is.
These partnerships you're in.
Yeah.
Why does it always happen?
That's what I'm going to call my special. Guy who the camera turns off on.
That's rolls off the tongue. I got to click on this. I got to watch this. Yeah. No, but it is. I mean, you got to figure out. I get home, these babies. Once the babies get a little older, they appreciate me a little more. But now we're 3 for 3.
I know.
These babies love their mom.
And I understand what it's like, too. Having a small animal, I understand love.
Right.
It's the same thing.
I mean,
You had a wife before this.
Yeah.
You're like, now I understand.
Now I understand love. Like, I mean, of looking after a small,
so you're saying the
dependent.
You're saying like the love you would get from a child that might drop his things.
Yep.
What a fool.
Nice
What
job.
a total fool.
The coordinates dropped. Fucking carpet bombing a village.
What a complete boob. Look at all those papers.
Nice job.
They were in a nice order, too. They're all
they
shuffled
were.
up now.
Yeah, that's it. Fix them like you're on the fucking news. All right, going to break.
No, your point is more since you've been raising a dog for 2 weeks, you understand raising children.
Parenthood. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever I have to do something with the dog, I'm like, thank God I'm not a parent. Like, it really makes me more grateful that I never had kids. The responsibility, I just don't want it. I don't.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a different
level.
It's not even in the same conversation.
And that's why I'm so, but having to take care of anything, like, makes me so happy that I knew better than to go in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's got,
I'm sure a million benefits. It just wasn't, for me, it wasn't like, we all, yourself well. Do you want kids, Troy?
Oh, my God, no.
See,
Jim, I'm starting to think that you set up that answer.
No, but I mean, like, you just know.
You don't want kids?
No.
Why, dude?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I had the most miserable childhood you could possibly imagine. I hated being a kid. I was like, why would I bring a child into this world?
So your parents said.
It's just too. A cat's enough.
But when you deal with a cat, you still have. It's a pain in the ass. You still got to drop it off, get people to take care of it.
Like, and he's a rascal. He does rascally things.
Like what?
A cat being a rascal.
Well, he'll like, for some reason, when we're in Florida, doesn't do it here, but we're in Florida, he'll just randomly just take shits on the floor.
He's on vacation.
But it's just like, why are you?
I do that on vacation.
And he has a litter box. He's probably
shits right next to the litter box.
He's letting you know something.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's a sign.
That's a message.
Yeah,
but he's taken care of, like you wouldn't believe there.
Does he piss on the rug ever?
No.
Has he ever?
No, the one time he pissed in my Louis Vuitton bag, but it's because
not
Louis beans.
I got you a Louis Vuitton. The cat pissed in it.
He cut a contact high at my apartment, and then I guess he got freaked out, and then he pissed.
Your dog got zooted and then jumped into your bag and pissed. Were you mad?
I got
fuming.
I got my cat stoned, and he pissed in my Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Then I had to go play a DJ gig the next day. I tried to wash it out. I tried to wash out the bag, and I was like, oh, it's good. And I put my stuff in it, and I took it on the plane. The whole plane smelled like cat piss.
Oh, were you embarrassed?
Oh, my God, yeah.
You got to get that professionally.
My clothes, when I went to DJ, smelled like cat piss.
Oh, DJ cat piss.
DJ CP in the house.
Yeah.
And those are the initials you got to be careful of.
Oh, cat piss.
Yeah.
He's a rascal. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do.
And like when you deal with a pet, you're like, wow, being a parent is again exponentially more busier than this.
Travis, what would you say was tougher, raising a dog or a child?
Probably a child, if I had to think about it.
And you got to bring your
Close,
kid with
though, yes?
Yeah. It's like neck and neck.
Right.
Like, I know that if I go travel, we can give the dog to somebody for a day or two. I want to have him a little bit trained for a couple of days here and there, or you can have somebody, eventually have somebody come walk. But with a kid, you can't do that. You got to bring the kids.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be away from, I'm fine leaving the dog for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah. You
should.
What?
Leave the dog for a couple of days.
You should.
It's healthy.
You
don't want it to, be so dependent on
Oh, yeah.
Become socialized that way.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Do you leave him with somebody?
Well,
no, by himself, fend for himself.
My dog?
Yeah.
Passed.
No, I mean when you...
He leaves him with the Lord.
Oh, when...
Yeah, obviously not now. Or do you leave the action with someone?
When they were... Yeah, when both of them were still with us, we were lucky enough to have somebody who loved bulldogs, and basically just her life was watching other people's bulldogs when they were away. So, he would go, he would love it. He would just... I mean, there's 3 other dogs there.
Isn't she the one that robbed Lady Gaga?
No. So, yeah, we would leave him with somebody else. Yeah.
Are you going to get another one? Or no, you're fine.
Not any time
Too
soon.
much, yeah.
It's not that it's too much. It's just let's figure out the next few years, and then.
Did you have them cremated?
Yeah.
You have them both?
Yeah, they're both in our living room. Yeah.
Little urns?
Yeah. Yeah, they have their little area.
On the anniversary, do you just take a little scoop and mix it in like a protein shake?
Nope.
Just so they can always be with you. You don't do that? I thought that's what you do.
A little
No,
scoop.
man, I don't know who told you that.
Yeah.
Put it in the shaker.
Yeah. Grandma.
Yeah. That way they're always with you.
Yeah, the old bag kicked off.
All right. I thought consumption was part of cremation.
No.
But
Nope.
Right. Well,
No, maybe one day.
that's a good lesson. By the way, I'm glad I found that out because one day I was planning on consuming vulgarities.
So stupid.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm glad. All right. Well, I'm not going to now. You told me.
Just eat her turds along the way.
Smart. Smart.
So I remember you later.
It's just a nibble. It's just a nibble.
Well, no, you put it between your fucking cheek and lip, like those little
dip?
tobacco things. Yeah.
Like a Zin?
Yeah, like a Zin.
Do you have a Zin in? No,
Like a warhead.
Yeah.
Do you have a Zin in right now? No, it's dog feces.
Yeah. Just a little pinch.
It gives me a boost of energy.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's my dog.
It's my dog. I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a break, okay?
Yeah. I have to promote Tarrytown the 20th, and then Harrisburg the 21st, and then next year I got a bunch of dates. I planned accordingly. Knowing that this was going to come to an end, I planned.
I hope
very, very accordingly.
They're just fucking nuts here, and they just come to you and they're like, Jim, we want to double your salary for you to stay, and you're like, oh.
Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
They're going to let it evaporate, and again, it's not personal, and they're going to come to you and they're going to say, or if they haven't, they're going to say, look,
they haven't.
They're going to say,
I'm not lying to you.
No, I don't think it's, trust me, you have 3 kids. I get it.
I what?
You have 3 kids.
Oh, but I'm not lying to you about.
No, you are.
Okay.
But they're going to say to you, like, hey, we would like you to move forward here. It's not, it's just, it's a budget thing, and you got to do it, so you do it. That's what's going to happen. So Travis and Troy, you guys will be fine, but it will be very last minute. They're very last minute here.
They are very last minute.
Yeah, they are very last minute.
And we have no idea, by the
Also, that's so insulting to Mike.
No, Mike was included. I meant Mike too. I should have said Mike too. Sorry, Mike. I meant
you'll be fine, Mike. It's me and you on the wild road together.
But Mike hasn't been. Mike. I should have said the whole crew.
Mike, I hope you know how to produce a his and hers podcast.
Yeah, Mike. You and Travis and Troy will be fine.
Mike, welcome to the sword fight. Look, I have.
That's how it will go down.
I have no idea, and I certainly have no. They've told me nothing.
Yeah, I understand.
So
they're not going to say anything official. I get it.
Or hinted at anything. Travis and Troy needed to be talked off a ledge just yesterday, sitting in the office.
Yeah, I mean, they should.
True or false?
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to the holidays, and you're like, what's happening?
It's a weird time. There's it's a very, very bad month to negotiate because the end of the year budgets are terrible for everyone. No one has any money. So earlier in the year, January, February, March, like those are better times because again, companies, the budget's at the end of the year. It's when you're selling a show. You don't go out and pitch at the end of fucking December because no one has money.
No, you start pitching like in the first quarter, and people start buying like at the beginning of the second quarter.
January, February, yeah, around there you can go out and start pitching stuff. But Sirius hasn't even said we want to extend for a month, because I thought they might do that. So I'm like, okay, that's just their decision. So, whatever. I started to see the writing on the wall 3 years ago, and I told my manager who just did, no, Jim, but let's just see. I'm like, see, I'm telling you, you have to observe what the company's doing with other areas. When they're cutting this and they're cutting that and they're giving money over this way, but they're not giving it. You have to see what that is. You can't blindly assume. There's no loyalty from company. We know that. So
no, from any.
Yeah, of course not.
Business is just business. It's just business.
It is. Yeah. I just would have preferred a nicer ending, like from them, like to come and go, look, this is just what it is. We're doing this for this reason. Like, they
should.
They won't.
If that's what they're doing.
It is what they're doing, and they won't.
They don't ever do that.
No, they don't. They don't. That's where it becomes a little bloodless. Like, you could. I don't expect a gold watch. I don't need a big send off. But I'm not going to self-destruct on the air. I mean, I've had a great run here.
I'm sure there's been a lot of people that have self-destructed on the air.
Yeah, there probably
but you
are.
kind of know, don't you? Like, the type of person who's going to self-destruct and the type of person who's not. You know the people who are, like, you're not a liability.
No, not at all.
You're a professional person.
But they're worried that I'm going to plug something. Like it really does become.
You plug.
Yeah, but the company, they won't let you at the end. I'm telling you. That's
and by the way, if anything were to go the way you think it's going to go, your stuff is still going to get plugged.
Not on here.
Yeah, it will.
I mean.
Yeah, I promise you it will.
I wouldn't even care about that, to be honest with you.
Okay, but it will.
I mean, there's other that's not even a concern.
Sure, but I'm saying like,
you know what I mean. That's how it's going to go. I've known this for a long time, and I always know. So it is what it is, and it's not personal. I've had a great run. I just wish that they would have come and said something. That's all. That's my only complaint. Is like you guys could have come and been a little honest and go, hey, look, man, this is what it is.
Troy, if Jim's prediction ends up being right, are you going to blow your mind just because how off you were on all the predictions that you make? Just if it's right, you're like, oh, people do make predictions.
Remember
that
this
are actually on the money. That'd be crazy, right?
I hope Jim is wrong.
I do too.
I am right.
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And it's an issue. Nobody knows.
Yeah, you don't want to put that out. I mean, don't manifest. You're going to manifest.
I don't believe in manifesting any of that nonsense. It's business. It's nothing to do with manifesting. It's not self-destruction. I feel very good about the fact that I didn't sabotage. Like, you know what I mean? You look back at your own life, you're like, I didn't blow this up. Like, if it runs its natural course, you're okay with it. There's a difference between, it's like a relationship. When a relationship ends because you cheated or because you lied or because something terrible happened, that's bad. But if a relationship ends because you're married, you both go, like, I just don't feel this anymore. Like, that's okay.
But sometimes you think it's run its natural course and you prepare yourself and then you do put yourself in a position where you're like, this has run its natural course, right? And your partner was like, no, you read that completely wrong, but now I guess it has.
But that only matters if your partner comes to you and says, hey, would you like to continue? And then you go, no, it's run its course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the company, because I'm saying this, is not going to go, shit, we were going to make an offer, now we're not. It's not how it works. I'm not saying anything crazy.
No, you're not.
It's common sense.
I hope you're wrong.
And I'm not depressed about it. I'm not like saying this to be a fucking
No, you
buzzkill.
honestly worse. You said this on the air. You can go back and check the tape.
Yeah.
You said this on the air 3 years ago.
Yeah, you just know. You have to watch you watch where companies are cutting and, you know when to sell stock.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I felt as purely confident about my status as you do, but
it's not even, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where you go through it a certain amount of times in life and with different entertainment things when you see how they fade away or how, you know what I mean? Like not just radio, but you know, TV and all this. Like I've had projects that have done, you know, that have all eventually gone away and you see the process of when they're going away. You just notice it. But what you don't do is run around screaming like a fucking entitled baby and then not come in to work for a month and just, you just ride it out. You ride it out, man. You go,
I wouldn't
you know
even
what?
imagine that would be an
But you know what I
option
mean?
for a free-thinking person.
You ride it out and you go, hey, it was a good run. I did this for 20 years. I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess you're 18, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I mean, not as a host, but yes. Yes.
Coming to the same company. It's a long time.
Yeah, and there is to an extent, like if I were to get not great news, I would have to figure out what's next. Luckily, I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah. That makes life much easier.
Much easier. And, I think there was an awareness on both of us that
Always,
it's like, yeah,
man,
let's make sure that we think kind of the same way about our business life, right?
Sure.
Where it's like, let's just protect ourselves logically.
I talked to my agent, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do a bunch more dates, but there was a lot that they were offering me in October, November, December, and I'm like, let's stack that next year. Let's do that February or April or June, like, you know what I mean? Like you spread it out so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You got to think a little bit. Some guys don't think at all.
That's right.
It's crazy. But anyway, not to be a bummer.
Yeah. Hey, bummed everybody out, Jeff.
No, I'm not saying this in an angry or sad way at all. I feel okay.
Listeners are sad?
They're not sad.
Yes, of course they are. They love the show.
When it comes to radio and entertainment, people move on immediately.
There's a sadness, but also this idea that, like...
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. And also, nobody in here feels as confident. Like, your vision of, well, you're all going to be fine and I'm going to be gone. I mean, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say nobody else feels that confident about the fact that we haven't heard anything.
No.
And
it's bizarre that we haven't heard anything.
And it's made it a very difficult. Each day, it's more difficult.
Yeah, it's a
very difficult time.
It's a little odd that they haven't said, and like even in a final way, like, look, we don't. Maybe that's just not the way they want to do it. I don't know.
Or maybe they just have a lot going on at the end of the year.
I thought of that too. It could be, but
they definitely have a lot going on right now.
Yes, and so I don't take it personally that we're not wrapped up and like, you know what I mean, like. But the fact that they haven't said anything, like just said, like, hey, look, we're gonna. That's what I find, like, that's the concerning part. It's not the fact that we're not priority number one. They could be going, look, our budget, we're not 100% sure. We're trying to make these cuts to see what we can do.
Yes, there should be here's kind of our vision for what this is, and we'll talk about, the finer points on the deal, but this is the overall.
Right.
You guys we're going to keep you guys doing the same thing that you're doing, but it's going to take a little while to figure out the deal.
Yeah, but when
that's a conversation that should have happened.
Yeah. But again,
regardless of what their plan is, by the way, that conversation should have happened with Anyone.
I've told you what their plan is, but I mean, we'll
You
see.
talking what?
I've told you what their plan is.
Oh, you've told.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Hopefully you're wrong about you.
Yes.
But right about the rest of us. Because if they go, hey, we figured out a way to shift the budget, we're going to keep Jim and get rid of everyone else. Yeah, that would also...
That'd be a bummer for
That'd
us.
be a blow. It'd be a blow.
It would be.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at
I'd be bummed
you.
about that.
If they
I'd be bummed about that.
But if they... I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Jim. That would be the right move. You'd be like, okay.
No, like I would understand it.
Yeah.
He holds more value than Troy and I and Mike.
And me.
Oh, you think just everybody?
That's what I'm saying. If I was like, if they were like, we're gonna, there's a line to cut. The Jim Norton Variety Hour starts now, and it's just Jim and a mic, baby.
That'd be fun. Jim has to like sign in and like log on and like turn the mics on and like fire the spot blocks.
No, here's what
Jim and Jim.
Here's what they would do. It'd be like, okay, you don't have to do a full 3 hours, 1 hour, whatever it is. We're cutting everybody. No co-host, no staff. We're going to bring in an hourly board op, obviously, because Jim needs a little help. And then Jim's like, okay, all right, we'll do it. You know, and that's what would happen. You'd be sitting here ready for your first show, and Baby Frank would walk in.
Well, Baby Frank I like.
Okay, then.
But I would tell him.
AJ.
I would say to him, if you mention the pork roll thing, I'm going to set a fire at the door and kill us both. I do like Frank.
And then he'd go like this. Got it, Jim. We'll keep it to Mike Iaconelli references.
Yo, thumbs up. AJ was a good kid. What's he doing? He's
here.
He's here.
Oh, he is working here. Oh, good.
He's
good.
here.
Yeah,
I think,
he's a good boy.
I think Baby
Runs
Frank.
Eddie Trunk's show.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
he?
he's that.
Yeah,
all right.
he's like
That's great.
Eddie's like board up and
That's
does all this
great.
stuff. Yeah, no, AJ's doing great.
AJ's a good
Baby
good
Frankie's
egg.
here. Thumbs up. AJ is
That's
here.
right.
Is Nico still
Butcher
here?
from the old days.
Butch is here.
Still here.
Oh yeah, but he's killing it.
He's
absolutely killing it.
running fucking like him and Jose run. Yeah.
And
Mars, our old
Octane.
engineer from 57th Street, is still here.
Mars looks good too. Like
he looks great.
He looks like he lost weight. Like he looks healthy. Jaime, remember Jaime? He's not here anymore. He was an XM guy.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Jaime?
I
because
do.
Kevin Stralin would always go Jaime. He would always talk about Jaime. He was the maintenance, the tech guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Nico in a very long time.
So we don't know for sure about him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have. But there's so many people I won't see, just because a lot of times
You're out of here at 11.
I'm out at 11, and I
in
don't.
the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's nice to see some of those guys at least.
It is fun to see people floating around and finding themselves.
But the fact that there's no like what Elon is doing with getting people back in the office, he's like, if you don't want to come in, you fire. Like you can't just have everyone working from home. Like I get it. Some people can do some stuff from home, voice tracking shit or whatever. But it's like if you want to work in a corporation,
They're doing that here.
What's that?
They're doing that here.
They're bringing
they
everybody
should.
back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You really have to be.
And I mean, part of it is also just optics, right? When people walk in and go, man, this place used to be such hustle and bustle.
Everyone
And it's like,
says that it looks dead.
Yeah. And I mean,
the first thing in the morning, you're not going to have everybody here at 7:30. I get it, but we're not here then. But by fucking by 11 or 12 o'clock, it should be buzzing. I mean, there's
you want a vibe.
Studios, yeah. You want a vibe.
Yeah.
You want it to feel like it's alive and moving,
right?
But yeah, it's good that they're doing that.
Yeah, I think so. Too.
I think Elon doing it was great too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
All right, so we don't have to break that.
The RB.
Oh! It's Jim Norton. Oh! And Sam Roberts. Oh! Back after this. Oh! 1, 2, 3, go! Here they are. Jim and Sam are back.
Do you know what I listened to yesterday?
What?
And it brought back so many memories. Some things I will listen to and they remind me of when we got fired in 2002, because I would listen to these things that would remind me of the radio show. Gary Hoey. Do you know who that is?
Gary Hoey?
Gary Hoey. He played... He came in and played guitar. He played Christmas songs on. Yeah, that guy
I
was
remember
great.
now. I know exactly who you're talking
He
about.
did it was on NEW. He played.
Yeah.
And I heard that You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. He did a great guitar version of that. And I just heard that yesterday. It just brought back a lot of memories. That and there was one of the not Rock and Roll McDonald's, but one of those.
Wesley Willis?
No, not that one. It was fuck. There was another.
Richard Cheese?
What?
Richard Cheese?
No.
Damn.
Rock and roll McDonald's.
No, that was a classic.
Roll McDonald's.
McDonald's has what you like.
Oh, what the fuck?
You can get a Big Mac.
What was that song? It's going to drive me crazy.
Cut the Mullet? It's another Wesley Willis hit.
It's a great one.
Combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah. Remember when we had that guy in, but we didn't know he was that guy?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he was in with Riz Ahmed, I think, the actor.
Yeah.
And he came in with his friend because they were doing some music, and then after he left, you were like, you know that was the guy who did Pizza Hut Taco Bell? I was like, oh, shit, can we have him back?
God damn it. It's driving me crazy now, this other thing that I would...
Should we play Pizza Hut Taco Bell?
I whipped Batman's ass.
That's another classic. That's Wesley Willis.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley Willis was great. He was from
Wesley
Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago guy.
Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace.
He passed away, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Rock and roll McDonald's. I kicked Batman's ass.
I was just downstairs in the bathroom dropping the proverbial deuce, and California Love came on. When you don't hear that for a while. Like when you haven't heard that for 6 months, and you're like, that's a good song. Like everyone knows it's a good song, but when you don't hear it for a while and it just kind of comes off, you're like, oh, fuck. I mean, I'd say one of the best beats ever, especially in hip-hop.
So good. And when Tupac jumps on...
I prefer Dre's version.
Oh, no, I mean, you mean his verse.
Verse, yeah. Yes, verse.
But when Tupac out on bail, fresh out of jail, California Dreaming, because he really was... Suge Knight had just bailed him out of jail and said, I'll bail you out right now if you sign with Death Row, and we'll go shoot a music video. And so he bailed him out.
Oh, yeah.
They went, and this was like this was Tupac getting out of jail. Legit.
I still prefer Dr. Dre's verse. I like Dre's better, yeah. It's a great song.
Welcome, everybody, to the Wild Wild West. A state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
That was from The Untouchables.
Oh! I was wondering, who is this Elliot Ness
That's
they keep
right.
talking about?
I would have said something about Titty and Frank Nitty. You know?
It's so good, dude. I remember when this came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was like...
The video?
Oh!
And this is what made me think of it more. It was like 95.
95.
It's almost 30 years old, this song.
Yeah. And like in 95, people were very split with genres. Like you were a rock kid, or you were a hip-hop kid, or you were a grunge kid, or whatever it was. But when this came out, you couldn't even pretend to be in the rap is crap category.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really feel like in the 90s, so many people just liked everything.
You loved it.
Well, thank you to Run DMC and
Blondie.
Aerosmith.
And Blondie.
Blondie did start rap.
Invented hip-hop for all of us.
Jack White kept it going.
And Jack White kept it moving.
Oh, his rap is good. You like his hip-hop, right?
I like it better than the rock stuff.
But yeah, I feel like in the mid 90s, like you just listened to everything.
No, there was a lot of people.
TRL was like literally Limp Bizkit and then like 98 Degrees.
No, but every radio station was specifically genred out.
Yeah, but that was an MTV.
Every people were like, no, this sucks, that rules, no, that sucks, that rules.
I disagree.
That's a Westchester
I don't
bullshit.
remember in the 90s. I don't know. Yeah, maybe in Westchester.
In Westchester, we
Queer
have
and off.
loyalties.
Yeah, that was queer Westchester.
Yeah.
No,
I like this.
Here it comes. As soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
Yeah, they're screaming, "Get out! You're ugly."
It would be great to have hoochies screaming for you.
Yeah, well, for you, not at you.
Not at you. That's the worst. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is good. I just prefer Dre, but this is
They're both great. And it also was a tough time. Thank God for Biggie. Because when this came out, it was tough to be on the East Coast. Because they made the West Coast sound so fucking cool.
Yeah. You ever hear Juice and Gin?
I think you might need to flip those, but yeah. It was a good one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to hip-hop in the 90s, but like the ones
So
that were
good.
good were really good. Like I never got into Biggie. I don't dislike him. I just never listened to him. But this was very good. This bled through.
Biggie's incredible.
Yeah.
Can't really listen to his beats anymore.
Why?
The No Diddy rule.
No, you can still listen.
Oh, did he do? Oh, yeah. I actually You ever hear the version of Every Breath You Take by Puff Daddy?
Never heard it.
Yeah.
The problem with the Biggie stuff is that Diddy ended up all up in the songs, all up in the video.
Yeah, well.
Biggie's safe.
You're right. There's
Nobody's saying you can't listen to Biggie.
No, you separate the art from the art. Who cares?
Nobody would say that. Well,
you're not listening to Bad Boy anymore.
You're not listening to Bad Boy for Life.
Go ahead.
You're not listening to the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D.
It's Diddy.
But I think people were ready
Still
to
listen to Hypnotize.
That's not a good song. That's why.
People
the
were ready
the
to
I,
let
the
them
D,
go.
the D. That's not a good song.
People were ready to let them
You don't
go.
listen to that because it's not a good song.
No. People were like, yeah. Well, one thing I won't do is listen to that anymore. Like, you hadn't listened to it in years and years and years.
Sure. Enjoy the artist you enjoy. Who cares?
They won't listen to Diddy Dirty Money anymore.
I don't even know.
Bad Boy for Life was a good one. Sorry.
Oh, God, come on. Okay.
Are you ready to give Jay-Z up?
He's not guilty.
I'm not saying he's guilty.
He's
at all.
innocent.
I actually don't typically believe these things until there's evidence. Like you hear it, you go, all right, let's just see what the evidence is. Especially when it's all coming from one attorney. You're like, well, we'll see.
The Jay-Z thing will fuck me up. No, I'm not ready to give it up.
Yeah.
There's a high likelihood, unfortunately.
No, he's innocent. He said it.
I mean, you're known by the company you keep.
Fuck.
Yeah, but you never know what everybody's doing in their private. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know.
Yeah, but I
So
mean,
he hangs out with R. Kelly, hangs out with Diddy. You don't think any shenanigans?
because he and R. Kelly didn't like each other.
And they're all...
They were on a couple tunes together.
Yeah, but then I went to the R. Kelly Jay-Z concert at Madison Square Garden, and R. Kelly went up for a second set and said somebody pulled a gun on him. I have to leave, and he walked out of the show.
Okay.
So maybe that was Jay-Z going, I object to your lifestyle. I'm going to shoot you. And if that's the case, I think he's a hero.
Good point.
Yeah. But you always got to let's just see what happens. You give the guys the benefit of the doubt, and then if they're guilty, they'll pay for it.
But then I was watching Inside the NBA and starting to think that maybe I have to tread lightly with my Jay-Z fandom, because Jay-Z's like, I mean, he's top three for it. It was always Rob Zombie, Jack White. I mean, really White Stripes more than Jack White. It was Rob Zombie, White Stripes, Jay-Z. That was it. That's it.
Are you glad that you didn't get Jay-Z's autograph tattooed on your arm?
And you know what? And
do I wish you had Diddy on your chest.
Diddy on my chest would be tough.
R. Kelly on your back.
I actually almost did. I actually had a crisis. I was thinking about that. And like,
you met him once, right?
I did meet him once. I got him to sign a book because it was a book signing.
Right.
If I were to meet him now, I feel like I would still get him to sign my arm.
Yeah, you have to.
I feel like I would have to do it.
Of course.
Even with these possible charges.
These are not charges.
No, because of them. Sound like we have a lot in common.
It's all part of the
Wink.
catalog.
Sure.
They're simple allegations. Discredited, by the way, by the man himself.
Well, of course, he has to do. So as Diddy said the same thing. He's like, I'm going to prove
I saw a video of Diddy in the hotel.
Yeah, but
that really hurt him, yeah.
Diddy put out a statement saying, I am not guilty of these charges. So
yeah, but I saw him do this stuff in the hotel. Plus, he's not nearly as good. Like, he doesn't have that catalog that Jay-Z does.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, they were playing, put on Money Cash Hose and tell me you're ready to give it up. Tell me.
No,
I could give it up. I don't even know it.
Oh, that's great.
Is that Jay-Z or Diddy?
It's Jay-Z.
Money Cash Hose?
Money Cash.
Jermaine Dupri, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And DMX is on it too, right?
He's on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when the piano goes down, money, cash, what? Money, cash.
You're right.
Yeah, you're not giving it up.
This is one of those. Like, yeah, you're right. You heard this in a minute.
Oh, forget.
It's all edited.
This is Travis likes the clean version.
It's a family show.
Travis is trying to produce a family show.
Sam's kids are listening.
They do listen. You listen to this, you think you could do anything.
I could literally go the rest of my life without hearing a second of this and I'd be fine. I don't think this is good at all.
So good. And also, you're missing some of the best work.
I don't like the beat.
Oh, the beat's so aggressive and great. This is like of the era. This is a very East Coast aggressive.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
What about Big Pimp? You seem like a Big Pimpin' kind of guy.
That's because of my lifestyle. Thank you.
You have to like that one.
Big Pimpin'?
I don't know. Is it more bluster about how many hoes he gets?
Well, he does talk about the way he treats the hose.
Well,
keep him looking good.
I hope Kendrick,
take him out the hood.
I hope Kendrick goes after the white comedians still.
Well, he says
Fucking
first
fake maverick.
But you would love this about Jay-Z because you used to be like this. He says, first time they fuss, I'm breezing. Right?
That's right.
The minute they start to blah, 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 I'm out of here.
When I say breezing, I mean something else.
I'm farting a lot today.
If you are
today.
I'm not buying it.
I think it's PTSD.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you just.
It's his Rayos from the other day.
I do like the idea. First time they fuss, I'm breezing. Every time your wife brings up a fight, you fart. You're just trying to train. Don't bring up that. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Keep
now
going.
the dog is here. Scratch can blame him.
Must have been the dog.
She recognizes mine.
She does.
Yes, that's you. I know you.
Big pimpin', baby.
Pimp C, Bum B.
Big pimpin', spinach.
Why do you not bop your head?
Oh, come on. Timberland.
Yep.
And you know he made those sounds with his mouth, too. That's how he figures it all out.
Cheer.
You know I
Thug 'em, fuck 'em, love 'em, leave 'em, 'cause I don't fucking need 'em.
That's awesome. He doesn't fucking need him. Very misogynistic.
I'm a pimpin' every sense of the word.
Bitch.
Better trust and believe 'em. In the cut where I keep 'em till I need a nut.
like this?
Till I need
It's fine, yeah.
Beep beep and I'm picking 'em up.
Yeah, it's not bad.
In the truck. Many chicks wanna put jigger fists in
I mean, just Jay-Z unfortunately has hits for days.
Because you got good head, I'ma break bread so you can be living it up.
Shit out.
Parts with nothing, y'all be frontin'. Me give my heart to a woman.
Yeah.
Not for
Awesome,
nothing,
right?
Never happened.
I wouldn't say awesome, but I like it.
Forever mackin', hard-coded assassins. I got
No passion,
I got
no patience,
and I
hate waiting.
Oh, get your ass in and let's ride.
Yeah, but I'm really the white comedians.
It's too much.
It's
too much.
I mean, that's law.
Well, that's law.
I'm so happy I called out that fucking fake maverick.
You think that Kate out?
I did it when he brought someone on the white girl on
No,
stage.
I know.
Boo! I'm on the record.
Oh, you're very much on the record.
I'm thinking
early. You smelled it.
I smelled that he is one of these cornball. I'm going to make a statement when I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Very talented guy, though.
So then I'm watching Inside the NBA, and the jokes that are being made, we're starting to get into murky waters.
Let's see.
About Young Hope.
Unfortunately, yes. Iceberg.
You think Jay-Z or probably not a good time right now? You're silly. You're silly, man.
I mean,
you're silly, man.
Go see if you can fix the wall, will you?
Shaq is out of here.
That's very funny.
My point was too soon, Kenny. My point was.
We see that again. The timing of that was so goddamn funny.
Charles Barkley is the most valuable person in all of broadcast.
He's really hilarious.
He's got such great timing.
Yeah.
This whole show.
Probably not a good time.
You think Jay-Z or probably not a good time right now? You're silly, man. You're wrong. You're silly.
Shaq took off. I love on this show how much Shaq and Barkley enjoy each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Neither of them would be doing it if they didn't want to be doing it.
No,
they don't need the money.
No.
Especially Shaq.
And they don't need the money based on how much money they've gotten paid just to do this show,
Yes.
let alone
the
fact that they already didn't need to do the show before they showed up.
Yeah, Barkley had endorsements. Like he made a good. I hope he's got a lot of money. He's very, very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean he's making a ton of money now.
Yeah, and you're right. If they got fired from this show, if they just did a pod, whatever they did would be successful.
They're fine. And
Yeah,
everybody
they're
knows.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, and Shaq still got the Shekel-Roni.
Yeah, it's back.
Shekel-Roni's back. He took over Papa John's.
Oh.
He's on all the so you can get a Shekel-Roni pizza.
Yeah.
And people love Shaq.
He's a very likable guy.
People remember the Shaq attack.
I still have it.
You're still suffering from Shaq attack?
yeah,
me too. And he never did anything to betray trust, really.
Just a likable guy.
Yeah.
He's a funny, likable guy. There's nothing not to like about Shaquille O'Neal.
Right.
Have his last name.
Well,
I know very abrasive people with that last name.
And he seems to enjoy success. I think people want, like, people who deserve their success, they want to see him just enjoy it. Just like, if I had that kind of success, I'd like to have fun. It seems like Shaq's having fun.
It does seem like he's having fun.
Seems like Sir Charles is having fun. Now it's probably not a good time.
So quick.
I called him silly. He's silly.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know what to do with it.
No, because they're all having a good
It's
time.
such a serious,
Silly.
it's such a serious charge that you can't even joke about it.
Yeah, he's like-
so he's like, "What do I do with this?"
And Charles Barkley has effectively dragged him into that
Sure, he
conversation.
literally threw him a scalding potato.
Yeah.
and said, "Hold this."
Yeah, he just wanted to make a comparison.
Yeah, Jay-Z. He wasn't even thinking.
No.
It was just the name came up. Probably not a good time.
Oh, it's so great. Meanwhile, I think Bill Belichick might be. Is he trying to try out for like a
UNC,
an uproarious early 2000s reality show or something like that? Bill goes back to college.
Happened.
Well, maybe his young hot girl. I love that they keep obsessing over his hot girlfriend.
That's right.
Here's my take on that.
Go ahead.
Round of applause
By the way,
for Billy B.
That's so weird that you would have that take on.
Fuck yeah. Hot, why is he dating someone so, because she looks great.
A beautiful younger woman? No.
Yeah.
No.
Why does Madonna fuck 25-year-olds?
Does she?
Because she's in her late 60s, and she should. Good for Madge.
She's Madge.
No one talks about that, though. It's all Bill Belichick and the younger woman. No one asks, why does Madonna fuck dancers who are in their 20s?
Probably because Bill is also kind of like aesthetically a little dumpy. All due respect
Understandable.
to Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill is what you would call a visually unpleasant person.
Is that as opposed to hot Madonna?
Madonna's super hot, dude.
Well, at least she faded away. Bill Belichick was never dishy.
She was hot at one point. Like
Sure.
you could be intimate with her, and you could be thinking about like even still through Ray of Light. She was hot during Ray of Light.
I'd still plug her.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd still plug her. Wouldn't you plug Madonna?
I'd plug Madonna. I want to put that on the record.
Lift her butt cheeks up and give her a good plug. They look a little strange.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That's Madonna. That's royalty.
Yeah, you can't spack them, though.
I also
like Stretch Armstrong ass.
I also love that Mike took umbrage with the fact that we dared say Madonna was more attractive than Bill Belichick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a handsome man.
Yeah, he's got good defensive instincts.
I mean, put Malcolm Butler on the field for that pass against Seattle. Everyone thought they were going to run the ball.
Who could forget?
Yeah, I was just talking about that yesterday.
So yeah,
5-year deal. Wow,
is that official?
Yeah.
Oh, it is official.
Why do you think he didn't go into the NFL? Like, what was that? I mean, college, the money, but why do you think he could have went anywhere? I mean, was there just no job?
He could not have gone anywhere.
Why?
I don't think anybody really wanted him. I mean, he interviewed with the Falcons, and I'm not sure any team really wants to give him the control that he wants at the age that he is.
Oh, and plus he doesn't have Brady, so
He's what, 72? I don't think there's ever been an NFL coach that's been hired over the age of 65. Like, he's
now,
old.
Now they're like hiring like 35-year-olds
Yeah.
to do this job now.
But what is he doing? With? I guess he just misses it and wants to coach.
Yeah, he wants to coach.
I don't think
And
he's got
he
anything
took
else.
this deal knowing the NFL's not an option.
But I mean, he's got millions of. Bill Belichick is set
He
for
wants to
10.
coach.
But I don't think in life, I don't think he's got anything else.
The girlfriend, the hot. Maybe he's bored.
Bro.
You could just travel the world with this hot chick and fuck her. What's wrong with you?
He doesn't have the heart for that, dude.
He wanted to coach the second he left the Patriots.
He's 72 years old. He's good for twice a week, if that.
That's a
Fucking,
great. Yeah, I know,
you
but
know
you
what
could
I mean?
always eat ass.
You think Bill Belichick wants to sit at home eating butt?
Have you seen her?
Well, you could only eat so much butt
How
before
many-
you want to go back to coaching
How long?
the big game.
Would you rather coach or go from Ritz-Carlton to Ritz-Carlton eating her ass?
Well, plus maybe he's not that good at eating butts.
Probably not.
Right? And he's great at coaching, so it's like at some point, even though this is a fun hobby, you want to be great at something.
He had, you know what it is? He wants to, again, when you feel like you have a place to go every day and you have a purpose and a goal.
And you're valued.
Yeah. I mean, he is one of the greatest coaches to ever live, obviously.
Yes. And I did see him say that if he does go before, like a couple days ago or whatever, he was making the emphasis that if he were to go to UNC, it would be an NFL program, meaning the whole purpose would be to get players ready to go to the NFL. So I think his goal is probably not just for UNC to have a great team, but like to be the coach that gets as many kids as he can into the NFL. That could be a new part of his legacy.
What's his contract, you know? Have they said?
5 years.
It's over $1 million, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Over the 5.
I don't know if they've announced.
Is it $10 million a year? I mean, it's amazing what they can pay coaches in college. Like it's.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they don't have to pay players.
I know. I know.
They get a free football team. The team's just free?
It's funny. I always thought it was Bill Belichick. It's Bill Belichick.
Belichick. It's technically Belichick.
Bill Belichick. I always thought Belichick.
It's much easier to say Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
So it was initially reported to be 3 years, $30 million. Now it's 5 years, so I would assume close to $10 million a year.
Bill Belichick. That's a hard number. It's a weird nasal.
Belichick.
Belichick is easier than Belichick because I is a tighter letter.
Belichick sounds like the type of name when you pronounce it properly, you're really trying to make everybody know you know how to pronounce things properly.
Bill Belichick, yeah, Bill. Bell gets chicks.
Bell getting chicks. Yeah. Billy, I got some ideas for plays.
I told him that one time. I'm like, dude, do you think you'd have been good without Tom Brady?
Probably love that conversation.
He was with his girl.
Oh,
I go, hey, miss. I go, Bill, is this your daughter?
Oh, is it just being cute?
No, I thought it was his daughter.
Oh, you really thought? Oh, okay.
I'm like, that's so cool. Your daughter sits on your lap.
Oh, that's good. That's cool.
You guys gonna have supper?
That's so cool. Mind if I join?
Yeah.
Need a little bell at the table?
Yeah, dude, pigskin. You must miss it.
Oh.
And I said to his daughter, I go like, hey, you hear anybody? You know.
It's not his daughter. His girlfriend. You hear with anybody?
Oh, it's simply the worst.
Scott in Virginia. What's up, Scott?
Belichick.
He went to the Tar Heels because his father was assistant coach there years ago.
Why doesn't he get over it? My dad used to work for Hall's Trucking. I'm not going to leave here and go to Hall's.
Yeah, bro. I'm
I'm
not making Pepsi commercials.
Yeah.
You know? That would be great if I walked into one of. Thank you, buddy. If I walked into one of my dad's old advertising agencies and let them know I've got a legacy here and I'm ready to make you some commercials. No, I think he wants to get back in the game. He's got a connection, but I think he knows this is like where he's going to make the most money and where he's actually going to get to be, like Travis said, in control, get his hands on stuff. And I think he's spinning it so it's not like I'm a college coach. He's spinning it like I'm preparing people to be NFL players.
Yeah.
And it's probably really good for North Carolina. I'm sure there are a lot of kids that would love the idea of going to a school and being coached by Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Belichick. It's an unpleasant name.
It is.
Belichick.
But if you've got a couple of schools interested in you.
Coach Belichick.
There's probably a lot of kids who are like, no way, I want to get coached by
Bill Belichick.
I can't say his name anymore.
It's Belichick.
Bill Belichick's.
Yeah, because your sinus is open. Belichick. Yuck.
Belichick.
Belichick. When you Belichick, that means you give her the old. You know what? I'm gonna Belichick. What's that mean? I mean I gave her the old. You know what?
Belled another chick last night.
Yeah, I was belling a chick. What's that mean? But use your imagination.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything.
Believe me, she was as creamy as can be.
Believe me,
I tell you, she got like so creamy down there. It's like soup.
You know when you know anybody's full of shit when they say the phrase "believe
me." Believe me, I was belling a chick, ringing her bell.
She knew the show. She was a fan.
Big fan.
You remember the CW days?
She told me, like, yeah, my kids used to watch that when I was growing up.
What?
She was an older woman.
Oh, no. That show was on years ago.
Yeah, she's a bit older.
Oh. Well, I'm sure she enjoyed having a thrill later in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, like,
we start seeing each other.
You are going to start seeing each other?
We have.
Where do you guys go?
A lot of times I'll just go to her house. She has a hard time getting around. She hurt her leg. So I have to get her, I put her new tennis balls for the walker. Yeah.
Did she fall and hurt her hip?
Yeah, she fell down the steps.
Did you get her a life alert?
No, I wasn't there. She screamed something racist at the neighbor and pushed her.
Gave her a little bell. I said, honey, you ever get in trouble, just give her a little ding-a-ling.
I go, babe, bring this. She's 77.
I was about to ask. It's okay. It's okay. Age is a number. That's it.
That's what I say to her.
Right. Right. Did she hear well?
I woke her up. I go, age is nothing but a number.
You woke her up to say that?
She put her teeth in. Goes, you're right, Doug.
She do it the old school way. She keeps the teeth in a little glass with the...
Effordent.
Yeah, I forgot. Honey, got you a new package of Effordent.
Yeah, sometimes her fake teeth are brown.
Oh,
we drink Sanka together.
Just gotta drop them in the Effordent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that commercial? It would bubble up.
Vaguely.
The Effordent, yeah.
Vaguely.
Effort. I don't know if it was a jingle to it or if it was just a
just the visual
spoken word, but Effordent dentures. Can we find Effordent?
What the commercial was?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I just remember I why that name stuck with me. I think my dad would use it.
Did your dad have dentures?
Yes.
Oh.
For many years.
Like full dentures?
He's got a few of his teeth.
Wow. How'd he lose his teeth?
I believe in a fight.
That's fucking sick, dude. That rules. Is this an Effordent commercial from 1970?
Oh, wow. Well, from the 70s, I won't remember it.
Yeah, right.
Little Chianti with lunch story. Oh, Jan, you should see what red wine does to my dentures. Don't you know about Effordent? Effordent? The tablet I use. Watch. It's turning blue. That means Effordent's bubbles are scrubbing away its stain and odors. When the blue disappears, dentures are cleaned. That's for me. Thank you. I thought you were off red wine. Not since I got on to Effordent.
Effordent removes stubborn stains between teeth in minutes.
Is that what happens when ladies lunch? They talk about their dentures?
Well, it actually said 1 week later or the following Saturday. So basically, she was going to have to be off red wine because she gets drunk and she fucks busboys at the restaurant.
Yes, she does. They knock her dentures out. That was the problem.
she keeps getting thrown out of places, and then now she can drop them in.
Right.
And what year is this from, Travis?
This is also from the 70s.
Oh, the 70s.
That one was 1970.
Yeah, let's see a little later.
Are you a denture wearer?
Yes, I am.
Do you use extra strength Effordent?
No, I don't.
Would you try Effordent on this denture material, badly stained with tea?
Yes.
Badly
in
stained
between,
with tea.
these stains are dirty looking. I wouldn't like them in my mouth.
Watch Effordent with 5 cleaning ingredients attack stubborn teeth stains.
This is in the supermarket.
The stains are gone.
Incredible. That is incredible.
She's
The
leaning
teeth
back
stains are
like
all
he's
gone
holding
from
a
in
turd under her
between.
face.
Now, what's your reaction to this whole thing?
I'm going to buy a box of Effordent. That's what I'm going to do.
Her teeth are terrible. Those are dentures?
I see.
Who made those?
Yeah, they were actually used on the set of Mr. Ed.
Yeah, she has. I mean, those teeth. She must have got them at a very
She's
big
leaning
discount.
back. The great news is this: she's dead. There's no
God
way
bless.
she's still alive.
No way.
Rest in peace. Rest in pain.
The fact that those were commercials on television explains how my dad was so successful in the
100%.
industry. Like, man, they would put garbage on television.
Effordent.
Oh, here's
This is for Listermint and Effordent.
Oh.
You love Listermint.
This is from 1987.
Listermint.
Breath, too.
Introducing new
Sorry.
You bum.
Do you believe it? My gums are receding. You know, you can get cavities where you never knew you had teeth, at the roots. I am going to use Listermint, because the fluoride in Listermint can penetrate the roots and help protect them. All this, and fresh breath, too.
Introducing new improved professional strength Effordent Denture Cleanser. Stronger than ever. Removes more stains, more plaque, and kills germs. For a professional looking clean, get new improved professional strength Effordent.
All lowercase, by the way. I like that. There was a humility to Effordent.
There was.
A lowercase e.
Yeah.
Do you remember Lavoris?
Who's Lavoris?
Lavoris was a mouthwash. And I don't remember if there was a song to it, but I think it used to be like, boom, 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 boom. Like the guy would swish in different If I remember right, the Lavoris.
Did the Cantina band do it?
It was kind of like that. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I just remember when I was a kid, Lavoris.
I guess it still exists.
I guess it does. Lavoris was a mouthwash.
You want 1971?
But listen, bro, as far as I'm concerned,
73.
All due respect to Lavoris, if you ain't using Listerine, you're broke as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Try Sinex and feel the difference.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Ugh.
Why punish yourself?
A mouthwash has to taste bad to work.
No, Walter, Lavoris works and it tastes good.
Walter.
But
You
nothing,
idiot.
Walter.
Yeah.
Tests prove not even the leading antiseptic mouthwash.
What a shit conversation to have with your wife before bed.
Than Lavoris.
She's all buttoned
And
up.
Lavoris is the one more dentists use, Walter.
It really works?
Yeah.
Works for me, doesn't it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck the shitbag off your hip.
No song in that one.
No, but I thought I remembered. But again, I'm thinking late 70s.
How great would it have been if Walter had been like, no, it does not work for you.
Not at all.
Dolores.
No, it does not. Dolores.
Is this what you use?
That might be that guy.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, this is the guy I think I remember.
Building your online business?
Oops, that's an actual commercial.
Why did they make you watch a commercial before a commercial?
I know, the irony. So thick you can cut it with a knife.
Minute? Jesus Christ.
A 1 minute. Boy, they have a lot of courage putting this before a Lavoris commercial.
Well,
Yeah.
where else am I going to get it?
Whoever
I know.
uploaded this Lavoris commercial is like, I'm not making any money. Nobody's sitting through the ad.
Yeah, this really is the home of Lavoris.
Yeah, just 342 views in 5 years.
You know, I heard about your product. I was watching this Lavoris commercial on YouTube.
Can't skip it, huh?
No.
A 1 minute commercial, you can't. Anyone who puts on a 1 minute commercial, you can't skip, should have their fucking fingers cut off.
That's right. And Travis, we're going to do yours out of spite.
Yep.
YouTube TV's going up again. I just saw a tweet.
Price-wise?
Yep.
To
I
what?
never got it.
From 73 to 83.
That's a huge increase.
That's more than 10%.
It's a huge increase.
Yeah.
What will we get in addition to what we have
YouTube
now?
TV.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, you get to keep it.
The fuck?
Yeah, you get to keep enjoying it.
Hit skip, you bumbleclot.
Presenting you in the morning. You need something that'll do
Sounds
more
like
than
a Jim
just
Norton
clean your
song.
breath. You need new Lavoris. Its strong, refreshing formula will revive you.
Yeah, he was swishing in both of his cheeks.
New Lavoris
That's
with
the guy I
mouth
remember.
cools and tongue tinglers to clean your breath, refresh your mouth, and revive you. New Lavoris. Get revived.
Do you think it's a good commercial?
Wasn't worth a minute.
No, I don't think it was a good commercial.
No, it was.
No.
Sorry. I apologize for
You
that
didn't
one.
make it.
No, I know, but I did reference it.
YouTube TV's going up to $83
83
a year?
a month.
So 80.
I feel like it was like 60-something when I started.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right?
could probably go back in my, like, receipts or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, you keep the receipts, huh?
Well, no, but I mean, you
Sure
got to keep
does. He has a book of receipts. At the end of the year, they look through it and they talk about the experiences according to the receipts.
My man came with receipts.
Wait, what channels can't you get on YouTube
A&E.
TV?
We're not doing it again. A&E.
A&E, okay. Can you get like everything else?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe I never did YouTube TV.
Well, now, I mean, you have to forget about paying off
But
your
it's got to be a
mortgage.
better interaction.
It's great interaction.
Great, I love it.
Yeah, 83 clams.
83 clams.
What do you
Compared
use,
to
your Apple TV thing?
$200.
I use Apple TV. Yeah,
Sam,
yeah.
we're not doing this.
My Apple TV thing keeps disconnecting from my TV. Sometimes the remote doesn't work. It says disconnect. I don't know why.
Is low battery?
No, I mean, sometimes, yeah, but
Yeah. I might have to switch over to Hulu's.
Yeah, I got to check the price.
Yeah. This is going to make, because guess what?
Hulu.
Yeah,
Hulu with live TV.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Is that the same? They can do everything on it?
That's YouTube
Stay up,
TV's,
bro.
like, top competitor, yeah.
Stay woke.
That's a big one. 10 clams.
Yeah. I mean, they already have unlimited DVR storage. You better start throwing in some premium channels or something.
Yeah. It's not small
I'm reading their
potatoes.
email. I'm reading their email to see if you get anything extra.
I'm trying to get something.
Nah, you ain't getting nothing. They're just saying, like, hey, you know how much you love YouTube TV? Money, please.
Yeah. Do you love it $73 or $83? Well, I guess.
Yeah.
You can get the Shark Tanks on Hulu. So
Just a year and a half ago, they raised it from 65 to 73.
that's what I thought it
So
was.
it went from 65 to 883.
In 2 years.
2 years. In less than 2 years, YouTube TV subscribers will have seen their yearly cost increase by an outrageous $216.
That's like $100 a year.
It's like $1 an hour.
That's a lot of money, though.
It's a huge amount of money. It's well over.
Especially when you're positioning yourself as like, hey, isn't cable really expensive?
Right. Anyway, We'd like an extra $250 plus annually for the same, please. Also, no A&E.
Hulu with ads plus live TV is $83 a month. That's why they're doing it.
You fucks.
Because they're like, oh, Hulu's charging $83.
Yeah, but Hulu's only charging that because nobody has it, so there's no one to get mad.
But you also get Hulu.
I already get Hulu through Disney.
Nah, but I'm saying, like...
The Disney bundle.
Technically, it's a better deal than YouTube TV.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There's more benefits.
Because you're getting Hulu.
But I've already paid for Hulu through Disney. And then Disney's doing they do the bundle. So I go, okay, so I won't pay for Hulu through Disney anymore. And they're like, cool, Disney costs twice as much now. It's like, you fucks.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a
reckoning. A reckoning. It starts tonight.
People are going to stop paying for this shit.
I'm watching. I'll tell you what. They keep doing this. I'm going to have some questions.
You know how much Dubin Plus costs?
I don't know what Dubin Plus is.
Okay. I guess.
That's one of your inside jokes. I don't understand.
That's $0 a month.
Whatever, dude. That doesn't feel legit. $216 over 20. I mean, come on, dude.
Substances on there.
Plus, I'm like, yeah. So I'm paying. Here's what I got right now. I gotta cut some corners here. Yeah,
but you're good for it.
I mean, I'm good for it, but I don't want to just burn through cash, especially in this day and age.Maybe we have a conversation after next week, but right now.
Well, luckily this isn't going up till mid-January, so
I got some time.
You're going to know what's going on. Yeah.
I don't have cable, but I have YouTube TV. Mm-hmm.
That's $83 a month.
Fuck. YouTube TV. I got Max. I got Netflix.
You got Max?
Of course I got Max.
What phone company you got?
AT&T.
You get Max for free.
I gotta look into that.
Are you paying for Max?
Huh?
I gotta look into that.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, Max is free.
Can we get free Max?
Max is included.
I'm the worst at subscriptions. Do you understand that about a year ago, I found out I've been paying for 2 Netflix subscriptions for 2 years.
Why?
I had a whole Netflix subscription that I paid for 2 years. I never logged in once. They never told me. I was just on my thing, and I was just like, okay, because I think what happened was, I think I got my parents like a Roku or something like that for their TV. And I signed them up for a Netflix account just so it would just work.
Yeah.
With the thinking that they would take it over. But then they started their own Netflix account, and I totally forgot I even did it. So it was just sitting there for like 2 years.
And that's like $20 a month.
I was billing me.
You don't look at bank statements?
So it's $1,000. Nah, no one does.
What?
They're all. You look at yours?
Every day.
That is a very
every day
out of touch rich thing to say.
Yes.
No, I have an accountant. I mean, the accountant does all that stuff.
No need to worry. My accountant handles that. That's what Biggie Smalls said once he finally made it.
No, but you have
when
like
he had Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
I literally look at my bank account every day.
I look
to
at
make sure that it's
I check
where
my
it should
I
be.
check my finances as far as stocks and stuff are concerned, and I know my balance because when I'm in my account I see it. But I don't go over every bill. But I bet we use bill pay, and he also goes over that stuff.
I do,
so
but I
pay
get
for it.
stressed out if I look at it every day. And so you know what happens? I end up paying out the nose for dog shit.
You don't just have an app that you just go on?
No, because I get stressed out by the numbers. And so I don't like it.
You do?
Yes. I don't like numbers. I get stressed by them. That's why I have to time like
or the lack thereof.
Well, whatever it is. That's why there are times where you got to remind me, like you know, for YouTube stuff or whatever. It's not because there's a hustle going on. It's because I'm like I don't want to deal with any of it. You know. And then once I get in there, I'm like, oh, okay, this, that, and this. But like, no. I'm a total flake when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, my wife looks over everything like very much so. She's like super anal retentive about it. My dad's crazy.
Yeah.
He calls me every day. Every time there's a check deposit in the account, he's like, this deposit just came in. I'm like, okay, this doesn't require a phone call. But
he just wants to talk to you.
He loves talking to me, and he loves looking at accounts. He's the opposite of me. He loves looking at his numbers every single day. He looks at every account he's got access to probably every 2 hours.
It must be nice having so much income.
Maybe
it's just like whatever happens, even if I'm getting falsely charged for stuff.
Maybe that's what it is.
I am good.
Maybe that's what it is.
Whatever.
It's just
whatever.
It's just such an excess of income.
It's just rolling in.
I don't even know. It doesn't, like, to me, I don't even understand how money works anymore.
Bitcoin is at 101. It's crazy.
Well, it was at 103.
I mean, that went down to 94. It's 101.
It did go down to 94.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where Barry catches everything.
Right.
Like at this point with stocks and everything, like he catches. Like I get charges all the time. He'll text me, "Is this good? Is this legit?" Like
that's good.
Yeah,
it's
you got
good to have
somebody
like
watching out for you that you trust. But but I check the balance pretty often again just to make sure that there's no shenanigans going on.
Yeah, I check for shenanigans, but that's also like having I mean, my wife really does pretty much all the accounting. But yeah, now I got YouTube TV, Netflix, Max, Paramount Plus. Which I would 100% get rid of, but it's got all the Nickelodeon shows for the kids. But they're on YouTube all the time anyway. Peacock, but that's like not expensive.
No, they're like giving that away.
No, yeah, well, it's just shit on it, right?
Just
There's
dog shit.
A lot of great stuff.
What about in January?
Less. Not as much.
There's no reason to have Peacock.
Well, once a month there
garbage.
is. Once a month there still will be in January in the States.
Yeah.
And then I got Prime for the shipping.
Yeah, but everybody's got it.
Right.
I don't even consider that a streaming service. I'm like, oh, I have Prime, and they also give me a bunch of things to watch that I'd never think about watching.
Yeah, like I suppose I could watch The Boys and Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm with you.
See, what I'm already stressed about it. This is why I don't check, and the Netflix is like, oh, you don't check? Oh, cool. Here's another account for you.
That's wild, man. If I saw Netflix on there twice, instant like, oh, what the fuck is this?
I also think it was coming from two separate accounts, so it wasn't getting like.
Oh, must be nice.
Oh, you have multiple checking accounts.
Well, I have a business account. I have a personal account.
You have to have a couple.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
And you're not keeping an eye. That's crazy to me.
There's, you know what?
Well,
it is?
you already said Jess keeps an eye on.
You know what it is? The numbers are so big, it doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm like, where's all these comments coming from?
I mean, yeah, I don't understand. How could there be that many zeros?
You check yours every day?
Every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the toilet. It's a ritual.
You check and make sure there's no
I
charge.
go on my account and want to see everything I've bought in the past day, make sure everything there. If there's a weird charge, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I did that.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through my Apple Pay purchases. I get stressed out. I go, why am I going to the 7-Eleven so much? It's too much money. And then I go back to the 7-Eleven. I can't.
What are you doing at the 7-Eleven?
Yeah,
they got everything you need. They got lunch, dinner, they got pizza, they got buffalo wings, they got the best fountain drinks, all the snacks you could have.
But if it was cash, you'd be buying it anyway. You just
I
wouldn't,
know.
you know what I mean? It's the
I
same
know.
thing.
You'd still be going to 7-Eleven if you had all that cash?
If I just had cash burn a hole in my pocket, honey, we're going to the 7-Eleven.
How far is the 7-Eleven?
I mean, it's a drive, but it's worth it.
You're so weird.
Yeah.
It's worth the drive.
Yeah.
He's weird, right?
Weird. We know the word for it.
Sometimes I pick the kids up at school. They're like, did you bring us snacks? I go, nope. We're going to the 7-Eleven. You pick your own. It's a thrill for them. A thrill.
Yeah. Did you ever have one of their Slurpees?
Yes.
I haven't had a Slurpee.
Slurpees are so
That's
good.
what we did the first day we hung out with Dice.
That's what I mean.
He took me and Florentine to 7-Eleven, made us get giant big gulps.
Oh,
like children.
A big gulp is a great deal.
It was.
It's a great deal. And also, I mean, just knowing you have a big gulp of Diet Coke that is just going to be with you for a good part of the day.
No, this was Slurpee Big Gulp.
Oh, that's a lot of Slurpee.
A lot of Slurpee.
That's a lot. That's quite a bit of Slurpee.
Yeah, but this is 1997.
Sure.
A Slurpee is good like a couple times a year. Just to remind yourself, like, oh shit, Slurpees.
These do exist.
They exist, and also they're good for like the first 6 sips. And then,
yeah.
then they start
it's like, why did I get a large?
Right. Then they start to melt. The liquid goes to the bottom. The ice stays at the top.
It's just way too much pina colada.
Yeah.
Big gulps, huh?
Jerry in Florida.
Yeah, with YouTube TV, you get for whatever the monthly thing is, $73, but you get 5 accounts. Why do you each have one account?
Because they're stupid.
Why not split it with other people? I make $140 a month with YouTube TV.
That's sick. That's awesome.
You're going to make less now.
There's an income.
Yeah.
This is a business. I mean, Jerry, you're not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong, Jerry.
Jerry, let me ask you, don't you have to like sign in to everybody's account like every couple months or something, like so that it knows that you're still local?
Oh.
Netflix
you know?
does that.
No, because they go by your ISP.
Okay.
ISP.
Yeah.
As long as you're in the same area, you can't do it. You can't do it across the country
Right,
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But you could do it. You're saying you could do it between Westchester and Staten Island.
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Except then
or Manhattan.
But I'd feel gross. Imagine logging onto YouTube TV and seeing like tea theft.
No, you would always
I'd
be
be
in
like,
your account.
It would bother me so much.
No,
you would never see it. It would be in your
because
account.
the first screen comes up and it goes, "Who are you going to log
Who's
into?"
watching or whatever, yeah.
My wife
it
has
only does that once because...
No, it doesn't. My wife has an account. I have an account. You know.
Yeah, you have to see what Travis... Well, you want to sneak into his account and see what he's watching.
You would know I'm watching all dope shit.
It would go like tea theft. I go, oh, this is so gross.
You look at his saved shows.
Oh.
It'd be
His
NYPD
TiVo.
Blue,
It'd be all like
Homicide.
Like, why does he need toddlers and tiaras every season?
Yeah, exactly.
What a weird guy.
Yeah.
That's for my daughter.
Yeah.
Also, Why Men Kiss.
Is that a show?
It's a documentary.
Travis,
6-part documentary about men who kiss.
I've never seen this show, but all these episodes are watched and still in your library.
Yeah.
There's a red line at the bottom of all of them.
Yes.
All the way to the end.
Yes. Why does he watch this John Bonet documentary so many times?
Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, I don't know. I got to cut some corners.
Did you see it, the John Bonet?
The Netflix one?
It was pretty good.
It was good.
Better than I thought. But I feel bad for the parents. Like, I really did for all these years think it was them.
But is there any part of you that goes like, well, this is told from the parents' perspective?
No, only because... Like, even like Geraldo apologized, and there's so much information that hadn't been out there before. Like, regardless of whose perspective they tell it from, the idea of the way the police bungled it, there's just certain things like the handwriting, the stuff that was bullshit.
Yes, and that they got married to this explanation.
I simply don't think that they killed their kid. Like,
I came off thinking the exact same thing as
when
you.
you watch it, you're like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense that they would insert a fucking wood handle into her vagina because they were mad. Like, it just makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Leave her in the basement and molest her and torture her. Like, stop.
When
it.
there's no history of assault, sexual
and they had
abuse.
the pediatricians, and there's no history of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, it's just someone else.
I've been watching.
And the snow. Sorry, Sam. The snow footprints that I always thought no footprints. And they were like, well, there was no snow.
Right.
The media was despicable, but so was the police department.
Both were.
Yeah.
There's been my favorite TikToker has been doing a lot of good Jean Bonnet content.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your TikToker?
I forget her name. J Carm. Whatever.
Oh, JK Ultra.
JK Ultra has been
Jennifer.
doing a lot of.
Has she really?
She's so good.
She's great.
She's been doing a lot of Jean Bonnet content. It's so funny. Like those videos, like most TikTok videos, if I realize they're over a minute, I'm like, I'm out. But I'm just saying, I find myself just sitting here like watching these explanations as to what was found and what was.
I have not. Who does she think did it?
The ones that I saw, she's not really saying. She's just presenting certain evidence that wasn't presented either in the doc or in this story or in that story.
Oh.
It's all very interesting.
She is very good on that. Like, she's a very good TikToker.
Yes.
I don't have TikTok on my phone, but she's doing well.
To protect herself from the Chinese?
Kind of, yeah, in a way. I just didn't want it. And I just found like they wanted too much information. I'm like, fuck you.
Do you think they're really going to ban it?
I don't know.
You do, Travis?
Somebody might step in.
I feel like they're going to stop it.
I mean, look.
There are some, though, that say that, like, it's being pushed by other social media companies that have influence that want TikTok banned because it'll be better for.
I was just going to say, don't forget, Elon is very
and Zucks
and Zuckerberg. Yeah,
Zucks has Instagram, and I think that Instagram is far more affected by TikTok than Twitter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Twitter and I don't see Twitter and TikTok as competitors.
They're only competitors in the sense that there are people who, if they're like, I'm going to have one, they might choose TikTok. And there are people, like, it doesn't make sense to me that this would be a spot that people communicate, but there are people who communicate with each other over TikTok.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The kids aren't using Twitter.
No.
But yeah, Zuckerberg and Elon probably both would love it to get banned because
I think so.
by default, both are going to get more traffic.
Yes.
There's no way they can't.
But you're right.
I think Zuckerberg benefits more.
Benefits more, too. But I think
Instagram,
Elon
you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Elon would, of course, because I get caught up in Twitter video loops too. More on Instagram and even on Facebook once in a while. But I mean, Twitter would absolutely.
I don't even see how you could get caught up in a Twitter video loop because.
No, I do.
Just going down people's timelines or whatever.
Or when you watch one, another one starts playing. They do it now where,
I guess
like,
I just don't use it the same way you guys use it.
Like when you click on a video and it goes full screen and you're watching the video, like they just use the algorithm to have a random one play next. And it's not the same users all the time.
Right.
A random one plays, a random one plays.
Then yeah, he would benefit.
Yeah, she's big on aliens too, Jen.
Oh, yeah. And interdimensional stuff.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
I don't know how she knows this stuff.
I think she's very well read.
She fucking spends hours and hours on it, and man, she likes to talk. So she could talk about any of this stuff for a long time.
And she commented on the drone.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
I haven't seen any content yet.
Just scroll up a little. Let me see when's the last video.
Like Jean-Benet and stuff.
This was posted. Well, these are pinned. Hang on.
Yeah, so Jean-Benet
This is the newest video.
I watched this one yesterday. The housekeeper
was posted.
I didn't even know about the housekeeper. She put me on.
Does it tell you when it was? 17 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Jen put me on.
Have you asked her about what she thinks the drones are?
No, I will. I mean, we keep missing each other on the phone. I will send her a message. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
I watch Jen and I watch people rizzing MILFs.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun watching people rizz MILFs.
Are you picking up tips?
Yeah. Yeah. You just go up to them in the store and be like, hey, I just wanted to introduce myself to you. I noticed you over there. I thought you looked really attractive. Are you from around here? And then these MILFs, they're like, oh my God, that's so nice of you. They're flustered.
There used to be a documentary series where a guy would go around hunting MILFs.
No, the MILF Hunter is a different docu-series. That's a different docu-series.
I like GILFs.
You shouting out your girlfriend again, Doug?
Yeah. GILF porn is my favorite.
Doug, keep some stuff to yourself, buddy. You're gross, man.
Half of the bra has to be stuffed with something else.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so funny. Doug. I guess in Florida, has the ban started or does it start in January? Where in Florida, young people are not allowed to be on social media anymore?
I think it's still January.
January.
Wow, really?
I think 14 and under, I want to say.
I think 14 to 15 with parental consent.
15 is parental consent, right?
Yeah.
And 14 and under, no way.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
so wait, hold on. So the state that says parents should have say in everything their kid does, regardless, like the freedom lovers don't want their parents to say that their kids can do this.
Because there's too many bad influences.
But I mean, it's selective. You either believe that a parent should be able to do whatever they want and have knowledge of every single aspect of their kids' lives, or you don't believe that.
Well, maybe they already got those books about giving beaches out of schools, but they're on social media, so we got to get them off.
No,
there,
I
too.
see. Yeah, I don't mind young people not being on it.
Well, I don't know how
I
you're
just
going to
hate
enforce
Florida.
it. They're like,
you can't enforce it.
They're like you're not allowed to have an account. They're going to try to get it so that social media platforms are going to be responsible for checking IDs. They said if you have accounts that you suspect are 14 or under, you have to delete them. Like the platform has to delete them.
But wait a minute now. So this whole thing, are they publishers or are they not publishers? Like if they're just like the phone company, if these social media companies are just like the phone company, then how can they be responsible for if they're not responsible for any content that people upload, how can they be responsible for the age of people? They're going to have to dump to the 230.
I guess they're responsible for the registration. Maybe that's the loophole.
I don't know.
I'm grasping,
it all seems like very arbitrary.
Yes. And I think that Travis is right that it feels very performative.
It is, because there's no way that you can really just,
and how do you
restrict
that
by state?
I'll tell you what you can do. When I was in certain, again, freedom-loving Texas, where they want you to be able to do whatever you want except jerk off at your leisure, to log into certain porn sites have this block on them now, like Pornhub or whatever, where if you want to watch it, you have to prove that you're of age and you have to send in a copy of your ID to this third party.
Well, they haven't said they're going to do that.
No, but I mean, that's how they can get you to say if you don't have this ID registration thing with people.
I think the social media lobbyists would not allow that.
I mean, they probably didn't want this either.
No, but I think that they're far more okay with, a performative thing like this than actually making it so that people can't go to the website, because even with the ID thing, it will make far less adults use those platforms. I'm not going on Twitter if I have to put in my ID.
Yeah, it's probably, all these fucking cowardly accounts. That's a good point. But in Australia, they just did it.
How am I going to have my burner accounts? I got 6-7 of those.
Yeah.
Huh?
Your Finsta.
Well, my Finsta. Trying to holler at these bikini chicks without them knowing it's me.
Yeah, they have this.
I need to do that.
They have this in Australia. They're banning it for 14 and under, I think. Or is it 18 or 16?
Same thing as Florida,
but stricter, the whole country.
Oh wow!
I believe Australia just passed that.
Well, where the fuck is intern Dom?
They did in Melbourne. Thanks.
Man, your Australia improv is strong.
I appreciate.
16.
What's that?
16.
16 is they said, yeah, if we do that, they will come have a kangaroo kick it out of your hand.
I tell you, German Milli Vanilli is starting to sneak in there.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh,
God, your nostril!
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And also, they have to clearly define social media. Is YouTube social media, or is it just media? Like,
people don't necessarily. It's not social media. It's Facebook. It's Twitter. It's Instagram, and it's TikTok. I mean, and of course, Blue Sky,
Snapchat.
Yes, sure,
but not YouTube. But what about YouTube Shorts?
I still don't think that people don't use it to communicate back and forth.
They build communities and have commenters, and they have memberships.
They do. But
you allowed on Patreon?
But when we think with the common belief or the common, like, the colloquial social media is the thing that people are just back and forth all day on. Like that, I think that's what they're saying.
Oh, here's the answer. What does Florida consider a social media platform?
Yes.
Allows users to upload content.
Don't say platform. The sentence is shoes. Good.
Or view the content or activity of others. I feel like
that's YouTube 100%.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
10% or more of the daily active users who are under 16 spend 2 hours a day on the online blah, blah, blah.
Surprised they don't just let the parents work it out, though. They want the parents to have control with every other thing.
Well, they're a big government place.
I mean, but I mean, for like, hey, the parents are everything. Parents can say, parents should know, parents notification. How about social media? The state will decide.
We'll do the government on that.
The state will decide.
We can trust them.
Well, selective. You like freedom or you don't, fuckheads.
Oh, shit.
It's just crazy.
Oh,
personally,
all right.
I love it. I love less because what's happening is these fucking children, they make it look like there's these giant pushes towards certain social things.
Yeah.
And they really are, in a way, dictating the tone of the country because dummies look at this and go, oh, that's what's going on Twitter. So I love it if they kick the little fuckers off.
I do wish we could just learn to handle social media a little better. Like, as
we're getting there. I mean, again, it's new.
And it's a generational thing, I think.
Yeah. You boomer. Tarrytown, New York. I'm going to be there the 20th of December. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 21st. And then I'm 17, 18, 19. I'm going to be in Austin, Texas. And that's all I can see.
Well, then that's all you'll plug.
I can't see any more dates.
Well, then that's all you're getting.
Maybe you don't have any more dates.
No, that's
all the dates.
Yeah. Actually, I'm only plugging what he has as part of this show.
Oh.
Would you just get a text?
Yeah. I got to go to the gym anyway.
Make sure the gym only plugs up until January.
Yeah, tell me, no Feb plugs, no Feb. The new the video we have up this week is the argument, which is my wife and I having a very legit argument from 1 year ago, and people are getting a lot of engagement.
Sure.
People seem to like it. So.
Sure, engagement's important.
Yes, it certainly is. And at Jim Norton Comedy on YouTube, I'm now beginning to upload things again.
Oh, that's
where that video is with us and Colin and Voss.
Yeah, you guys will love it. There's so little video these days from our show, but us with Voss and Colin,
yeah.
I mean, such a fun time. And on Jim Norton on YouTube.
No,
Jim
Norton
Norton
Comedy, yeah.
At Jim